see that year memory that she has on Facebook? Her flashback. It's today. You had gotten Nico.
Oh, no shit.
You should see him
Yeah,
in the living room. I can't fucking believe it's only been a year. He's a giant. I flew out a few days after that.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
Cute little shit. How's that fucking beagle?
Old as fuck.
Does he like the dogs?
He doesn't like anything.
Oh. Oh, well. Poor little shit.
Ah! All that I had to do to get son of a bitch. See you out there. Okay.
I'm going to have, you got a prognosis?
No, we can't figure it out. I'm going to go get an MRI of my head.
Your head?
Yeah, because to rule out brain tumor.
Oh my God. What are you talking about, man?
I'm just not feeling good. And not COVID kind of thing. Like, I'm going to have
What
an
did
MRI.
you just say? What? Now, are you getting headaches?
Yeah, it's headaches and dizziness for 2 months.
Are you getting?
Although I actually think my issue is GI, like some internal organ thing that's going wrong.
You don't have any yeah, you probably don't have neurological things, but that's good to rule out shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Okay, there are people fucking starving in the world. This is Kardashian. Listen to what she says.
Okay.
This is her post, and I'm going to actually comment on her. I'll go to her. I'm going to comment on one. In truth, the pressure of constant ridicule, judgment of my entire life to be perfect and meet other people's standards on how I should look has been too much to bear. That poor dear.
Yeah. That one is Khloe Kardashian?
The poor billionaire.
Yeah, the billionaire.
Yeah, but she's
Like
smart.
one of the youngest billionaires ever.
Yeah, and she
is
did
smart.
most of that herself.
She did, yeah, she did.
Smart. It has nothing to do with it.
No, but we don't feel sorry for her.
Don't fucking boo.
Yeah,
feel
exactly.
sorry for her.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
My doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call.
So when is Nico's actual birthday? I don't even have to ask you
Sponsored
that.
by AbbVie.
She knows that stuff.
K-Hell News Time, 10:03.
I not know.
Does he gravitate toward any one person? Yeah. All of them? Not the Beagle. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh, the Beagle. Oh, whoever's got the bowl. When he wants to eat. He barely even eats now. He's on his, I'll tell you what, he's going to be heading. He's going to be doing the Green Mile soon.
Opening up 2,500 people, and so that is
Bella's in a better place.
She got bad.
that will increase pretty quickly over the course of the summer.
Band Lotus kicks things off April 22nd with 4 shows. It was a sports bonanza last night with all 3 Denver teams in action. Nuggets
Okay, what else do I need here?
The Beagle just basically hangs out, right?
Yeah, he's a little lost since Bella's been gone. He's kind of, he barks all the time.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses. From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, Troubleshooter Tech Center, southbound I-25 remains closed between Arapahoe and County Line for crash cleanup that wreck involving 2 cars and a semi. No estimated time when the roadway will reopen. Up north, got another crash causing delays, southbound I-25 and Highway 7. It's a rollover wreck, seeing some solid backups there. Out east, eastbound I-70 at Ward Road, watch out for the right lane blocked off for vehicle recovery. And up in the high country, US 6 over Loveland Pass remains closed in both directions due to that semi-crash there as well. Watch 31 pinpoint weather, sunny and breezy with a high of 71, right now 53. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
Don't overpay for glasses. Get 2 pairs and a free.
Hey, Suze, feel free to use our Evergreen.
Always worth $50. That's not just a better deal. It's America's best. Book your exam online today.
In certain states, eye exams provided by independent optometrists or ophthalmologists. See store for details. Let's face it, credit cards are pretty much a necessity.
You tires for the car? Here's my card.
I order takeout, use my card. And most of us just accept the high interest rates credit cards charge as a necessary evil.
What are you going to do?
Here's what you can do. Get a low, fixed-rate credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream and pay off those credit card balances. You can get a loan from $5,000 to $100,000. The process is all online. You never have to leave the house. And you could get your money as soon as the day you apply. The average credit card company charges over 17% APR. But with Lightstream, you can get a fixed rate as low as 5.95% APR with autopay.
Now I can pay off my high-interest credit cards and save money at a much lower rate. Thanks, Lightstream.
Want an even lower interest rate? Apply today at lightstream.com/news and get an additional interest rate discount. That's lightstream.com/news for an additional discount. Lightstream.com/news.
Subject credit approval rate includes 0.5% off and discount terms and conditions. One offer subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/news for information.
When he's not talking about it, he's thinking about it. See, Twitter Twitter, follow the Troubleshooter at Real Talk.
Gotta get a rig ready tonight.
Connected with Home, Denver's talk station on Twitter. Find us right now at 630 KL. Weekdays 2 to 4. The Situation with Michael Brown.
The District of Columbia Medical Examiner's Office ruled Ashley Babbitt's death a homicide. It's actually a murder, but hey, whatever. Let's talk about it too.
You know who that is.
Troubleshooter Show.
Welcome to the show. We're here to help you to solve problems, answer questions, and take complaints. This hour brought to you by Real CBD, thatworks.com. CBD products have revolutionized the cannabis industry because they found all the benefits without having to smoke it or get high. And, well, you know, people want to get high. That's your own deal. But I'm telling you that CBD can help you if you're an athlete, if you're playing golf, if you're out and about. Real CBD, thatworks.com. No fooling around. They have no THC products. They have trace THC products. Whichever they are, they work for inflammation, anxiety, and pain. Real CBD, thatworks.com. And by the way, 30% off if you use Tom in the promo code. Welcome to the show. Now, on this show, as you know, we talk about everything. We talk about things that tick you off, things that make you tick, things that sneak up on you. If you feel there's something afoot, a scam, a liar, a cheater, or something, and you need to let people know, please pass it along to us. If you agree or disagree with us, call us. If you can help solve a problem, call us. This is one giant town hall meeting. That's what it's about. Except instead of arguing about politics and religion and what you should do or not do, we talk about something we all agree on. No one should be lied to, cheated, or ripped off, and we're all looking for great deals. I want to do a follow-up from yesterday. We had a hot tub issue, and I want to mention this. I really, don't like the taste I have in my mouth about aqua spas and my experience with them over the years. I don't believe, however, that any one company is all good or all bad. I don't even know what the follow-up is, but I wanted to mention, because I think we have to be fair. I mentioned that aqua spas left a bad taste in my mouth because they had me advertising for them once, and they said they were part of this trade show, and it turns out the trade show was just them. But they made it look like there were a bunch of different dealers there, and there were different booths, and it was all them. But they advertised it as if it was a big spa showcase, with other people there and all. I believe me, at the time it was very misleading in my opinion. And that was one thing. Then another one, they offered what was called a 100% rebate. This guy in London came to America and offered these things all over the country on cars and hot tubs and all kinds of items, jewelry. And the scam was this, that you bought the item, and in 5 years you'd get 100% of your money back if you kept this coupon and redeemed it. And his idea was, this is what he told me when I got on the phone with him, And I believed him at first. He said, well, I put all this money in an account, and what happens is it generates interest, and we invest it, and then we return money, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, you had to remember when to redeem. You had to register it and then redeem it at a very specific time and follow very specific instructions. And a few times he did return money to people who had been in the program supposedly before Aquaspas got involved. In any case, this whole thing came crashing down. I doubt if anyone got their money back, and he went out of business.
So not one person you know got their spa money back?
Not one person I know. I just had a very bad experience with them. Now, why am I talking about all this? Because I want to be fair. In recent years, we've heard nothing about that.
That's not true.
Wait.
Last November, I told you, some poor lady that was in her 60s put down $2,000 or $3,000 on a Saturday night, 10 or 15 minutes before they closed. She changed her mind. They were not open on Sunday. She called first thing Monday morning and said, please don't cash that check. I've looked. I can't afford this. They basically told her to go to hell and cashed her check.
Okay, I stand corrected. But can we say this, that we haven't had that many?
I can say that, but can I say this? Where would you buy a hot tub? Listen, I got mine from Wind River, but if I bought another one, and they're good folks, but if I bought another one, Costco or Sam's, why anybody would buy a hot tub at places like this is beyond belief to me, because they're $15,000 compared to $5,000.
You're thinking Costco and Sam's are great places to go for the purchase.
For the hot tub, yeah. Right. They'll come out, they install, they do everything these companies do.
They do?
Yes, of course they do.
They actually install, Mark?
Everything.
Huh. All right, now let's go to Smarty Marty, who's helped this person, Audrey. Now, Smarty Marty, before you get into the results, the original problem is I'm going to bring up Audrey. You bought the tub, Audrey, and the thing that you were upset about is it was an older model, even though, and I don't know if they ever told you that, but it was new, though. Well, let's make that clear. It was new, but it was sitting, I guess they've had it for a while because it was manufactured 6 years ago. Is that right, Audrey? Something 6 or 7 years ago?
Good morning, Tom. Yes, it's a 2014, and no, they never mentioned it.
Okay, but it was new. I mean, no one else had ever used it, but what was wrong with it? You didn't like it.
Well, it had a lot of problems.
Yeah, you mentioned them. I'll bring up the...
both aesthetics and functional.
Yeah.
And we've only had it 4 months, and it's already acting like a lemon.
When you called them, what did they say they would do for you?
You mean yesterday with Marty's help?
No, before that. When you were calling them.
Oh, they would send out... they had a guy come out maybe 3 times, and then nothing happened.
But they at least came out. But then you said... It was the Legend series. It was a blemish. There was supposedly a blemish. It was like new. It was, and you say the control panel failed, the clear coat was failing, the light, the jet,
bubble,
valve, tubing, speaker. Anyway, Deputy Smarty Pants, they had people coming out, but what happened? Go ahead.
Well, Tom, I want to say as well, it was only after we hammered them that they would have someone come out, and they don't return calls. So that was the root of the problem.
How much was this thing?
It was $13,250.
$13,250 for a 6-year-old spa that breaks constantly. That's what you get if you go to AquaPros.
Well, that's what she got.
We felt misled, to say the least.
I don't even know what the outcome was. Smarty Marty, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, the outcome is that the owner is going to warranty the product fully and repair everything on her laundry list.
Okay, and for $13,000 for a 6-year-old tub, he certainly should. But
at first he greeted me harshly. He was pretty difficult in the beginning.
Who was this guy? I want to know if it's the same guy that I knew years ago. What was his name?
His name is Matt. But he did mention his partner once had a problem with Tom Martino.
A problem? They hired me to advertise, and they lied to people. That's what the problem was.
Okay, so he said the name was Phil?
Yeah, I don't remember the old owners. They were actually pretty nice people, a husband and wife team. I think they were trying to do their best. And here's what I want to say. I, honest to God, believe that they thought that 100% rebate was accurate. Honest to goodness, I think that they really believed the program when they did it. But that one show they had at the stock grounds or whatever the stock show place where they were trying to make it look like a...
Yeah, but wait, Tom, if they were offering that rebate and not one person or sent to them that bought the tub actually got it, aren't they ultimately responsible for that refund? Why is this other company from Europe or whatever responsible?
Well, because they did make it clear at the time, and I insisted on it, that he made it clear that this is an offer by someone. But Mark, you're right. You're right. It sucked. It really sucked. Okay, there's no excuse. Smarty, what do you think? Did the company come off as wanting to help? Really? Do you think they're sincere?
Well, if I don't know the history of what you're presenting,
yeah, I don't want you to know the history because I want to be fair. Like, even though Mark said we had a problem last year, we truly don't hear that many complaints. Go ahead.
I think he's honorable to what he says he's going to do.
Good. And that's what counts. Audrey, you were probably wishing for a full refund. I know that, but let's hold him to it. Let's get him to fix
Audrey, how come, just out of curiosity, how come you didn't look at Costco or Sam's Club? I'm curious. I mean, they've got 5, 6, 8-person spas. They got everything everybody else does.
Well, we researched it quite a bit, and this was a brand that first of all, we wanted actual
fair enough. I get it.
Yeah. Okay.
This was a brand we wanted. We paid top dollar for thinking we were getting a quality product that was new and had a aesthetic blemish, and that's not the case.
No, but I want you to give us an update on this to make sure that they do attend to it and take care of the problems. And thanks to Smarty Pants, you're in hot water. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Unwitting Americans with LSD, a mind control experiment gone horribly wrong. Back in the 50s, the government wouldn't let you watch Elvis Presley shake his hips on TV, but the same government was running on daylight. Listen to Operation Midnight Climax on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Aches and pains, a way of life, yeah, but you know what? Regular pain, chronic pain, it's not natural. You don't have to live with it. That's the message of ColoradoPainCare.com. A group of local doctors that will take all major insurance. They work with all healthcare providers, and I urge you to call them for a consultation if you have pain. You can even go direct to their physical therapy without a referral from another doc. Listen, they have it all. Innovative treatments, physical therapy. They work with Medicare, Medicaid, workers' comp, and other insurance. 303-GOT-PAIN.
So 888 Heating wanted me to advertise $2,000 off a furnace and air conditioner. My first question to the owner, I said, Garrett, what does that mean? Is it $2,000 off what? What does it bring the price to? You're going to love this. Ready? They have, remember, these are both the whole furnace and the whole AC, starting at $8,500. That's with the $2,000 off. They also have 5 years, no interest. You can finally afford to get into a new air conditioner and a new furnace at a great price. 888heating.com. That's their phone. That's their website. 888heating.com.
When it comes to protecting our family from COVID, my wife and I are on it.
Yeah, our son loves the outdoors, which is great for all of us.
So we're experts at things like social distancing in the park.
And you won't see us hanging out indoors with our friends.
But now there are new forms of the virus, and they're spreading quickly. So we started wondering, are we doing enough? Turns out
we are.
Hey, look, as long as your mask fits well, it still helps protect.
Yeah, how about you and your mask? Does that mask fit well?
It sure does. It's very tight.
It's good. You're wearing it properly. It's covering your nose and your mouth.
Look, I'll show you. I love it how tight it is. I love it.
I like how you say, show me the regulation.
Let me show you. Look. I can drink Coke.
He can drink his Coke through his mask.
Yep. I drink my water through it at the workout gym.
I bet they love that. Hey, show me the regs.
They can help you with that consolidation.
TSN office week out here.
No, it should be good, man. Let me see. It should be really fucking
okay,
good, Jack.
For some reason, I'm not okay now.
It's right here. Oh, there might be two of them. Apple's weird.
Okay, for some
Let me
reason,
see your shit.
I just want to see. Hold on. Let me see if this. Oh, okay, now it's coming up.
Just do a speed test. Type in speed
I
test.
will, but look, I can't get. Oh, this could be there. Oh shit!
I don't know, but do a speed test real quick.
All the time with daily diarrhea.
Just any of them.
Yeah, I've done this before.
I just want to see what it is. That's the one that fucking always blows. Yeah, we're great. We're great. It's not going to be as fast as in the office, but it's pretty damn fast, man.
I want to see what upload is.
But remember, we're also streaming a shitload right now.
Holy shit, the upload is great.
Yeah, plus we're streaming right now. So, I mean, we're using a lot of the upload.
We got that. Okay, look, he's doing an executive order.
Be confused with those other common digestive conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
I wonder why Sentry RV is fucked up.
I don't know if it is. What makes you think it is?
Go to SentryRV.com.
Boy, they better hope they didn't fuck that up. Nope, you're right. Something's amiss.
Okay, it's not just me.
Tom, okay. There's two cozy basement problems where I just haven't tabbed out of that.
Oh, really?
Well, camera has come on before. Amin is a new problem, so we're using both calls, okay?
I'm going to tell Ray right now because that's a bad deal. That's a bad deal. That's all I use in their spot. Same with you, right?
Yeah, I have some copy points, but yes, it's...
No, I mean, but you don't give out their phone number, do you?
Not much.
I wouldn't give it out at all. They're not big on...
They're not? Okay.
You guys anymore. I'm going to text him right now, though. Something's amiss.
Gun violence is an epidemic.
What do you think about those guns? I don't know if you actually print them or you can just like buy different pieces and put them together, and then they don't have a serial number. Are you anti that or could care less either
Those
way?
are ghost guns.
Yeah, ghost guns. What do you think? Do you give a shit if they're legal or not legal, or what's your opinion?
It'll be a mild and mostly sunny day,
I
but
think
a windy one. The high temperature 68.
I think that we should have reasonable control over firearms.
Meteorologist Brooks
I agree. I don't have any problem with the quote assault rifles, as long as people that buy them are upstanding citizens. Normal shit. I don't even care about the loophole at gun shows. They could. I don't see why they don't close it up. That wouldn't bother me.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. You know, my sleazebrigade.com is a site where we list the worst of the worst of the worst. One of them I'm working on right now has to do with cozy basements. And the guy is really sleazy. And I'm telling you, I'm working on it because
I don't have a photo of him yet, but I like to put stuff up on Sleaze Brigade to warn people. Tamara was one of the many people who had a problem with cozy basements. Tamara, you recall, what was his name? Jeff Reinhardt, the sleaze bucket? Bad guy.
Jess Reinhardt. Yep.
Jeff.
Yes, definitely.
Or Jess. Jess, yeah.
Jess.
Right. And this guy is just bad news. And he's still, here's what's funny. He does go by both, I saw, Jess and Jeff. Is it SS? Okay. I mean, which one does he go by most? Jesse?
I think Jess. That's what I've always seen him as.
Okay. And Jess Reinhardt is basically runs cozy basements, and he says he specializes in Highlands Ranch. What was your experience? Now, by the way, we've heard from contractors who have not been paid, but also consumers. What was your situation?
I was moving from Ohio to Colorado. I came out here a year before I moved and interviewed a bunch of contractors, and he's just very charismatic, and he just promised all the things that I needed. He said he could accommodate, one of them being a walkout. Everybody was about $10,000 more than what he priced me for the walkout. So I went with him. And I've never heard more excuses from anybody in my entire life.
How much did you pay? How much did you pay him in total?
46.
46 what?
Yeah.
46 grand? 46,000? Yeah. What did you get for it? Did you finally get a basement?
I do have a basement. It's not finished. The walkout's not completed. Everything down from my appliances not being in my microwave.
Hold on. Is he still
dishwasher.
Is he still working on it? Suppose, like, if I asked Jess about this, would he say I'm working on it, or would he say it's done?
Absolutely no. He say I'd probably be working on it. I haven't seen him in 2 months, but he would say he's gonna be back, and I haven't seen or heard.
How is the quality? How is the quality of work from this scumbag?
It looked great until I had a plumber come in and said, "Oh, this isn't going to work," and there's so many things that aren't up to code, that aren't right. So I don't know. It's cosmetically it looks great, but I'm afraid of whatever in the future is going to, for example, the water turnoff, emergency water. He drywalled into the wall. And I'm like, we need access to that in case there's a flood.
Listen, I want you to hang on. I want you to hang on because we have another guy calling in. Amin? Amin? How do I pronounce your name, sir?
It's Amin.
Amin, thank you. Amin, can you explain what's going on?
So, yeah, back in last year, September, like we were looking for the contractor to do the basement. We gone through a couple of them, and this guy was like in a mid bid. So we gave him off a job. He took the half the payments, like $12,900. Very first week, he started with the excuse like, "Oh, we're gonna start next week and next week." So he extended 2 weeks, beginning of the starting time, and then he started with the framing. His finishing is not that great. He had a lot of wood chips on my framing. Plumbing is not complete.
So hold on. When was he supposed to finish this job?
By January 31st.
And is it near finished? What condition is it in?
We got the framing up, plumbing halfway done, and electric halfway done.
Okay, so does he say he's working on it?
I didn't even see this guy before Christmas. So that's he gave me fake permits. Says he applied for the permit.
Wait,
he sent me
did he showed you fake permits?
Yes. So he texted me the permit and shows me it's like this is the permit I applied for it. I called the city in February. It's like no permit been applied under your names at all. So he just like typed it in, took a picture, and sent it to me. Based on that, he took my second payment, and since that, he not replying my phone.
What was your second payment? How much total cash has he been paid so far?
$19,350.
So wait, so you paid him 12, and then you paid him another 6 something?
Yeah, $6,450.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yeah. So basically, what do you think? I mean, how did you find this guy?
So he's a friend of mine, a basement. He was working on it. So during the time I visited my friend, and he was doing basement, and I was looking for someone can do the basement, and he gave me a bid, and that's the basic reason I hired him. But later on, he had an issue, the same issues too. He left everything halfway. He took the wire from the AC connector and plugged into his basement connection. So his AC doesn't work now.
What are you going to do about it? What do you want us to do? I mean, do you want to just fire this guy? Do you think you got at least $18,000 worth of work, or do you think you're behind the 8 ball, as they say?
No, I didn't got $19,000 worth of done at all.
So you're behind.
Like maybe $10,000.
So this guy, do you think, okay, see, here's the deal. I don't even know if this clown has any money to refund people. You may, you're in deep right now. Have you heard from anyone else having problems with this guy?
Yes. So here what I did, I called the police department to file a complaint, and the detective actually find out it was quite a bit people got he did same thing with more people. And then pretty much the detective offered me to do the civil court case. Yeah.
Oh, man, this sucks. Here, we're going to add you to a list. Suzanne, let's compile this list, and we're going to try to go after him under the Contractors Trust Act. This guy could be put in jail. If he did not put that money toward the job, it's actually a crime in Colorado. And so we just want to add you to this list, and we want anyone else, by the way, if you know of anyone, or Tamara, this clown is going down in Funky Town. How do you like that, Mark? Was that a good one? Okay, so it is Jess Reinhardt, Cozy Basements. Suze.
And I've looked everywhere for a picture,
Can't
Tom.
find him.
Dang it.
He's like a ghost.
Yep.
If anyone has a picture of this clown, let me know. He has no picture of himself on his Facebook. He has no picture of himself on his websites. He goes as Cozy Basements. Jess Reinhardt.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, big troubles in the Tech Center Drive. According to Arapahoe Sheriff, southbound I-25 is now shut down there between Arapahoe and Lincoln due to that crash involving a semi and two vehicles. It may be shut down for a couple of hours, so you might want to avoid that stretch, use an alternate route. Also got another wreck reported northbound I-25 at the University. Travel through that area with caution, seeing delays. Watch out for vehicle recovery efforts. Eastbound I-70 at Ward Road, the right lane's blocked. Travel through there with caution. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Sunny and breezy today with a high of 71. Right now, just
he says he can. I just emailed Ray. He says he can get it. I can't get it on my phone. I can't get it on this PC, and I can't get it on this PC. So I don't know.
$50. That's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Book your exam online today.
In certain states, eye exams provided by independent optometrists or ophthalmologists. See store for details.
In the granite business, here's how it works. In the countertop business, whether it's granite or something else, you find a contractor. Usually, that contractor gets it fabricated and then installs it. Now, of course, we have people on the referral list that do the fabrication and installation. But did you know you can buy your stone anywhere? Buy your stone anywhere. Yeah, like Granite Liquidators. They specialize in selling wholesale to the public. Granite Liquidators for granite, marble, and quartzite. All slabs are sold directly to you. Then they put your name on it, and they'll hold it for you until your contractor comes to get it to fabricate it. You buy the whole slab, you own the whole slab and the remnants. You can pick whatever sections you want, and you don't get any bad ones because you see the whole slab. Shop now, graniteliquidators.com.
Do you have a company or corporate website? I'm going to give you a name of a company that can help you out. They'll look at your website for free. They'll do a webinar with you, just one-on-one. It takes about, 15 minutes. They're going to show you the Google panel. They're going to show you where your site ranks compared to the competition. It's a free website analysis. It's from the folks at GetFoundFast.com. They can also put together a strategy on how to market you online. But take my advice. Get the freebie. It's unbelievable. GetFoundFast.com.
Where do you find the finest, freshest, tastiest nuts, snacks, and dried fruits available? Nuts.com. But how do they do it? It started 92 years ago when Poppy Saul took a shot at the American dream by founding the Newark Nut Company. He selected only the highest quality nuts from the world's best growers and roasted them to perfection. Today it's called Nuts.com, and Saul's family still runs the store with the same customer-first commitment to provide you the country's best and freshest roasted nuts, snacks, and much more. Over 4,000 unique and delicious products. And at Nuts.com, everything is still roasted, dipped, or baked in-house to ensure freshness and unsurpassed flavor. Try Nuts.com today. New customer? Get free shipping on your first order when you text TASTY to 64,000. That's TASTY to 64,000. For more information on free shipping, text TASTY to 64,000.
With all the recent huge changes in our economy, this is a really important time to pay attention to your spending and your savings. Don't waste money, and very importantly, don't turn your head on ways that you could save. For example, a mortgage refinance. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky for American Financing, reminding you that a mortgage refinance is more than just a lower interest rate. It's also an effective way to eliminate high-interest debt. You're able to pull out cash from your home equity so you can pay off credit card balances, personal loans, whatever you need. You'll typically receive not only a much lower rate, but also reduce the number of monthly payments that you need to focus on. And you know, when you choose American Financing, there are never any upfront or hidden fees, never any pressure, no obligation. So what are you waiting for? Give them a call, 303-695-7000, 303-695-7000, or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
MLS 12334 regulated by the Division of Real Estate. Most of us love to make buying decisions based on referrals from others.
Leave it to Marty to find the fake mask.
Referrals of our great customers.
What do you mean? You found this. Oh, gee. It's one shop you turned on to it.
Management PhD, and thus the best trained techs in the Denver area. We make your yard greener, thicker, more kid-friendly. Strive to be weed-free, and do so with an environmentally sound approach to lawn care. Here's what customers say about us. Heidi Ash of Denver wrote, I've tried several different lawn services, but we then actually listened to my issues and solved them. Their service people are very knowledgeable. We couldn't be happier. Go to WeedmanUSA.com today for a free, no-obligation quote. Weedman is recommended by landscapers, golf course superintendents, and people like Pete L. of Broomfield who said, I'm 70 years old and I've had a lot of lawn services, and you are the best. I just love you guys. Thanks, Pete. That's quite a compliment. Go to WeedmanUSA.com for a free quote. Lawn care companies are not all alike. Go to WeedmanUSA.com today.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
You like eggplant farm? I love it. Hello, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Now, Frank Duran will give you a market valuation of your home based on stats, his sales, comparables, and all other factors. Better than Zillow, better than appraisals, because it's based on real market conditions. Get it free. Frank Duran.
TheRealEstateMan.com. No obligation. 303-920-1622. Okay, so we were talking about this scumbag, and we need to talk about him more. Jess Reinhardt, if you know about him, let me know. Howard, what's going on now? What's happening? I hear that there is something with a clerical error, and it's causing you problems.
Here we go.
Yes, sir. You're on. Howard, what's happening, sir?
Okay, so I live in a mobile home in Longmont.
Yes.
And I had, the first time my plate was ever ran, it was towed. I called in and reported stolen.
Now, hold on. The plate on your what?
Your RV was not stolen. It was towed because they gave me 3 different reasons. Stolen plates, no plates, improper plates, or something of that nature. So then I had to go, get a copy of my registration and everything that was in my RV to take to the police department to then go to the tow yard and pay them. They realized it was a clerical error by my paper copy of my registration, and so they waived the fee. I had the actual cop that ran my plates and took them off my RV come out and give me my plates because he put them into evidence. He thought they were stolen plates or something.
Howard, hold on a second. Howard, hold on 1 sec. Where was your RV when it was towed?
It was on a public road in Lamont. I moved my RV prior to the ordinance this year of not being able to park on a road in Lamont, having an RV. I can't even go to a park. I got a $50 ticket yesterday for parking and having a barbecue at a public park.
Let's just talk. Let's just try one thing at a time now. Hold on 1 sec. This motorhome, do you live in it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So prior to some date you gave, you were able to park at places and stay in it. But what changed? What are you talking about?
Well, nothing changed. I just was brought to light of their clerical error.
No, Howard. What I mean is, you said you can't go anymore and park anywhere. So was there a change in the law in Longmont or something, or what happened that changed?
Yes, sir. A very unconstitutional law of no parking an RV in Longmont.
Okay.
Anyway,
so where do you go? Where do you stay now that law's in effect? How do you stay in it?
I go to like a truck stop on 119.
Okay.
Several spots, but I didn't know that I couldn't park anywhere in town.
Okay.
I actually asked the officer prior to this. I was like, "Hey, it seems unconstitutional for me to be able to park my RV at a trailhead because that's my only vehicle." And the officer told me, he's like, "Oh no, you can park there. It's just you can't stay overnight."
Okay, hold on, Howard.
They gave me a $50 ticket.
Okay,
I was like, "Hey,
Howard. When was it towed? This most recent time? When was it towed?
Well, I had the problem fixed when I had my registration renewed last year. Prior to that, it was about.
What are you calling about now? I guess. What can we help you with now?
Well, I had a huge burden that I didn't know you were around, Tom. I grew up with you on the news for years and things, and I didn't.
Okay, so what can we help you with, Howard? It sounds like a real hassle. What can we help you with? I'm not sure we can help. You have an RV in Longmont. Yeah. You have to park at truck stops. What's the problem that prompted this call?
Because I don't want someone else to get stomped on like I did by a stiff arm of the law, essentially. I mean, actually, the police, when they realized they wasted their time for the tow, they waived that. And so they told me, their exact words were to raise HELL, raise hell at the DMV.
Okay, and so you were able to get it fixed right now. You don't have any fines, or you didn't have any impound fees or anything?
No, correct. I actually proposed to the lady at the DMV in Longmont, which she's big up in the totem pole. She's one of the highest ones in Longmont, the DMV. I proposed to her, even like, hey, I know how we can fix this problem. Give me new plates, and there's 1,000,000 to 1 chances this will happen again. And she said, oh yeah, and she wanted me to pay. I'm like, pay? I paid blood, sweat, and tears every time I leave my house. I don't know if it's going to be there because of this clerical error.
Well, what do you mean? That's what I don't understand. What clerical error are you talking about?
I'm not exactly positive. I had a code enforcement officer call a cop one time because they saw something out of the norm. And I was in my RV at the time, and I heard giggling outside of my RV. And I looked outside my RV, and I saw a cop there with his foot on my bumper laughing.
Why?
What the heck's so funny about running my plate?
Howard, what do your plates show when people? What do your plates show when people look them up?
I'm not positive, but what this officer I was telling you about, when he ran my plate, he said in 40 years of working in the police force, he's never seen this.
All right, do me a favor, Howard.
Plate, it came back something different.
All right, hold on, Howard. Do me a favor. This is what we have to do. Suzanne, get his license plate, and let's have one of our peeps, one of our private eyes who listen or something.
I want to see a picture of this RV.
Yeah, Howard, if you could, text us a photo of the RV and the license plate, please. We want to just check it out and see what we come up with, okay? We will. And thanks for finding me again on the radio. A lot of people have grown up with me on radio and TV, and yes, we do this show every single day, the longest-running radio show. Jackson, did you try calling Cozy Basements? Jackson? Oh, no, I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry, this is Dan now. Jackson's off. Dan, what's going on, sir? The Publishers Clearinghouse, I want to hear the rest of it. Did you lead them on, sir?
Yes, so far I have, and as far as I know, the Price Patrol team is supposed to come out today, give me that check for $15 million. So if anybody wants to buy in, it's not too late.
Now, Dan, what do they say you have to do to get this $15 million prize? We're betting it's a scam, but let's just say that until they want something from you, we don't know what they're doing. What do they want from you so far? Anything?
Yes, so they have a certificate for the $15 million along with a check, and there's a gold seal on the certificate. In order to remove that gold seal, they want a $300 Amazon gift card. Or they would
now we know it's a scam. Now
card.
we know it's a scam. They want you to get a gift card. Now, do they say you're going to present that gift card when they show up, or are they going to do the gift card over the phone?
Well, it sounds like he said it both ways. I have to have it available for the prize team. I've actually spoken to 3 different people. I've got names. He has an agent that called me this morning.
Is there a number? Is there a number we can call?
Okay. So the first number I got, when I tried to call back, it was a voice text. So he would take messages. Called me this morning, and the call actually was from Jamaica, and I think it was his personal number. I do have that number.
All right, hold on. So this is all a scam, man. The guy's from Jamaica and the Publishers Clearinghouse, and I want to know, when does he plan on getting this gift card from you? Did he say?
Well, they want it as soon as possible, and I said, I'm not running errands. I'll try to have it. They're supposed to come out at
and did he say,
1:30.
Okay, but Dan, did you have to call him back with this number? Did he give you a number to call back?
I've never called him back. We've spoken several times.
I didn't ask that, Dan. Dan, I'm asking you, did he give you a number to call him back? How, or did he say, I'm going to call you back?
He's going to call me back, but I have his number.
Okay,
I
got it.
The number was Chicago.
I got it. So the guy's going to call Dan back and wants the gift card number. I want to try to talk to this guy first. And, of course, Dan, we know there's no prize patrol showing up at all. This is all a big scam. But let's get that Jamaican number and call it.
Tell your smart device to play 630 K-How.
On iHeartRadio. Then you can hear Ross Kaminsky in the morning, Dan Kaplis in the afternoon.
Getting 630 K-How from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station, available on over 2,000 devices. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses. From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, the big traffic story in the Denver area is the closure of southbound I-25 between Arapahoe and Lincoln. According to Arapahoe Sheriff, that's due to a serious crash involving a semi and 2 vehicles. It may be shut down for a couple of hours here. No specific time of reopening, so just avoid that stretch if you can.
What are you bitching about?
Across town in
Jess Reinhardt.
watch out for a bit of road work, though. Northbound I-25.
I find Jessica.
A little bit of delay there. Watch 31 pinpoint weather. Going to be sunny and breezy today. A high of 71. Tonight, clear overnight. The low of 38. Right now, just a few clouds above at 57. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
Don't overpay for glasses. Get 2 pairs and a free exam for just $69.95. The exam alone is worth $50. That's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Book your exam online today.
In certain states, eye exams provided by independent optometrists or ophthalmologists.
My lawn is greener than yours most of the time. That's why our neighbors all ask, who do we use? And we said, Mr. Green Jeans. You know, Bob Dahlbottom, the owner, along with his wife Tammy, well, Bob, he worked for a national lawn care company and then decided, hey, I can do this on my own and I can do it better. Not only does he do green lawns and aeration and tree and shrub care and sprinkler installation repair, fertilizer, he does general cleanup. They're great people, Tammy and Bob and son Travis, and of course their team, Mr. Green Jeans, LLC.com. Call, they have openings, 303-426-4945, 426-4945. So, I talk about countertops a lot on this show because so many people want countertops. If you want any solid surface, you can go to the Art of Granite, and they'll give you a price on the phone because they charge only for fabrication and installation. All of the material you can buy on your own wholesale, or you can buy it from them wholesale, and then that's what they charge. They don't mark it up. They don't charge for tear out and haul away, and they don't charge for the bathroom when you do the kitchen. So there it is. Get your price on the phone from great people at the Art of Granite. A lot of people are doing quartz now. They have it. 303-386-5919, 386-5919.
Discover one of the CIA's illicit Cold War initiatives on the iHeartRadio original podcast.
Mark, why are they advertising these so much?
An undercover brothel.
I don't know. Download the iHeart app, probably.
A mind control
yeah.
horribly wrong. Back in the
Right?
Okay. Watch Elvis Presley shake his hips on TV, but the same government was running a brothel in broad daylight.
Floyd died from a low level of
oxygen. On the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Time to talk about ideal home loans for your next ideal home loan. No two loans are the same. They will write that loan best for you. In other words, if you want a loan that's 13 years, 23 years, 15 years, 27 years, whatever the term, they'll do it. It's a flexible term loan. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. Equal opportunity lender regulated by DORA, NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45 IDEAL.
Hi, Dan Cicchini with Thunderite. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. Spring and home show season is the best time to get your new look going in your home. Unfortunately, nearly every home show in the state for this time of year has been canceled. What about that, Todd? Well, Dad, let's bring the home shows to them. Right in your home, lay out our tried and true methods and products, actual cabinet style and color selections, our countertop options, all of the updated looks to get that shower replaced, and an awesome digitally interactive window and door design process. And we'll bring the show savings right to you also. Folks, when you book your full project now or select install dates, you'll enjoy our traditional 8% home show savings. Call and check us out. Whether it's a kitchen, bath, some counters or floors, or even replacement windows and doors, Dad, as always, you have our word will treat you right at Denver. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
You know why I do commercials for SimplyFloorsInc.com? Because I personally use them. I'm consumer advocate Mark Major. If you're in the market for flooring, you have to check out SimplyFloorsInc.com. Not only do they have the newest LVT that's scratch-resistant and waterproof, they also have the most beautiful lines of hardwood and carpet. They do free design services, and they can save you up to 40% from the big box stores. The best service, the best prices, SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Hello, good neighbor, Pat Boone here. You know, for years I've been warning Americans about the secret war on cash by big government, targeting your money and your privacy. Now, recent reports confirm that some banks are refusing to cash checks, and cash is being confiscated from innocent citizens. I'm serious. It's truly shocking. The folks at Swiss America have
How much time do I have right now? Do I have time? 1 minute, you bastard.
War on cash, and it's available now by calling 800-630-1492. Why don't you write that down? 800-630-1492. Because time running out to take action. Don't become the next victim in this battle. Get the secret war on cash. Call 800-630-1492. And be sure to tell them Pat Boone gave you this number. 800-630-1492. 800-630-1492.
Move into your new dream home without leaving your old one. When you hire the professionals at CertaPro Painters, painting is the perfect way to renew and refresh the home you love. You can trust the proven experts at Painters to answer every detail. From start to finish, painting inside or out, you deserve service you can count on. Get your project started today with a free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated.
Denver's talk station, 630 KL.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so Dan
is going to give us a number for his Publishers Clearinghouse contact who wants a photo, who wants a, a gift card, Amazon gift card. Isn't it amazing how all of these scammers are asking for gift cards? John, you say you found Jess Reinhardt. Did you see a photo?
Yes.
I wonder if it's the guy.
Type in his Facebook and he comes up.
Now, hold on. What did you search to find him on Facebook? Because I found Cozy Basements on Facebook.
No, I typed in his name, Jess.
I'm going to do that. Now, remember, there's a ton of them, so hold on. Let me do this. Jess Reinhardt, and of course, did you spell it Reinhardt?
No,
okay.
Rhinehart.
I got it, Tom. I'm going to send you his pictures.
Right, Rhine.
Yeah, so we just had the wrong spelling.
Hart. Oh, I didn't even know that was a spelling. Now, hold on. Which one, and how do we know it's him? The one that lives in Denver?
Yes, and it's like the back of them. They like just got married or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we only have the back of them?
Nope. If you can go to their page, I'm going to send you the pictures.
Oh, yeah. How do we know this is the guy with Cozy Basements? Does he say anything to give an indication?
Tell him, John.
Yeah, his van is for sale. He has a van for sale that says Cozy Basement.
Oh, Mike, you're the man. What? Hey, you are good.
Nothing gets by this guy.
Yeah, what do you do for a living?
I do plumbing.
Okay, I hope you never worked for this scumbag.
No.
Now, you know what? He looks like a friendly enough guy. I always look at the appearance and then try to give, and he seems happily married. That's nice. But Jess Reinhardt, you're a scumbag. And so where's his van for sale?
I just scrolled down a while and it came up. There's a white minivan.
And it says Cozy Basements on it, right on this Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Man, that is good. Thank you so much. And I appreciate it. We're going to get that photograph of this man, and I'm going to put him on the Sleaze Brigade as a wedding gift. I don't know when he was married, but there's Jess. He looks like a cowboy dude. He got married. Any man that gets married in a vest, blue jeans, and a cowboy hat, I call them cowboy dudes. That's a style, cowboy dudes. Okay? And then... okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get that pic, and I'm going to put him on Sleaze Brigade. I'm also going to call this number in front of me yet. Let me see. Dan, did you give that number to what's the matter?
I just didn't tab out. Tom, you can see it now.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, is this the number, Dan, that is in Jamaica? 6. Wait a minute. There's something weird about 87 number. Are they? I don't know.
That's how it came in my caller ID.
Yes, it is. Your phone ring, caller ID shows 876. It appears to be coming from the U.S. Tons of them using 876. I wonder if that's like a scam area code for some reason. And why is it? I'm wondering if they're actually in Jamaica. They just using the spoofed number. I'm going to call this after the break. I think it'll be too late to do now. I want to get them on the... Yeah, that's
okay, so I have two different numbers.
Okay, I'll try that one too. Well, that one was the text or the bad number. Hold on. What is this guy's name? John Miller. Okay.
Leaves and pine needles that were blocking my gutter, causing overflow that was damaging my house. I bet you've been there too, but you can be done with that problem by getting your own leaf filter recall at 844-300-LEAF. That's 844-300-LEAF, and tell them Ross sent you to save 15% or just get started at leaffilter.com.
It's Brian with Advanced Mudjacking. Does COVID have you home and you're noticing sinking concrete, interior floors, garage, patio? We can fix it. Call Advanced Mudjacking, 303-424-9441.
The UK drug regulator's decision to not approve the AstraZeneca vaccine for young adults, Britain's Health Secretary says...
Well, it's absolutely right that we're completely transparent and that we have this highly sensitive safety system that can spot even these extremely
Did
rare...
you hear they had to shut down the J&J vaccination site?
Yeah. Did you hear why? Like 9 people went to the hospital?
Yep, severe reactions. That's the single shot that you're going to get. I'm not giving a shit.
ABC News, London.
It's Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Dean Jones, listen to this.
Air raid sirens rang out.
Regenerative therapy treatments covered by Medicare. I'm on his list and he doesn't even know it.
Special attention given this Holocaust Memorial Day to the
Except
to go reboot this
that Dr. Jones is a lying, cheating ripoff.
Spilled your drink? Quick! The Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent. Use less than the leading Bounty brand, so you can get back to the party. Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
At CDW, we get that a cyborg assistant won't make your employees more productive from home.
Please, call me Brian. I can vacuum your dog.
That's great. But at CDW, we can design a productivity solution with Lenovo devices that offer fast, reliable connectivity to help your people manage their workloads the right way.
Can I have a human hug?
No. For technology that moves you forward, trust Lenovo and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Learn more at cdw.com/Lenovo Client.
K-How News Time, 11:03.
The mass vaccination site at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Denver is expected to reopen today after shutting down early. Officials say there were a number of adverse reactions to the Johnson & Johnson one-shot vaccine. 2 people were taken to the hospital for treatment. The other 9 were able to get treatment at the site. Officials say they do not believe there is cause for concern. They say adverse reactions are typically immediate. 640 people who were unable to get the vaccine have been rescheduled for Sunday to get that Pfizer vaccine. The month of April tends to see a lot of temperature variations as we go from winter to spring.
We're going to see that going into the weekend with close to 70 degrees on Thursday, then down into the low 50s Friday, back to near 70 on Saturday, and then into the mid-50s on Sunday.
Fox 31 Chief Meteorologist Dave Fraser on what we're likely to see here along the Front Range. Sports, Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 8-0 last night at Coors Field. The Nuggets won again. They beat the San Antonio Spurs last night. That's the latest. I'm Pat Willard.
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by Lifetime Windows and Siding.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, the big traffic story is the closure of southbound I-25 to the Tech Center Drive. According to Arapahoe Sheriff, it's between Arapahoe and Lincoln, so just watch out for delays. Avoid that stretch. No estimated time when the roadway will specifically reopen. A couple of other problem spots. Watch out for road work on northbound I-25 approaching Downing, causing a bit of delay. And crews are working on a grass fire off of westbound I-76 past the Commerce City exit. Watch out for activity on the shoulder. Travel through there with caution. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Going to be sunny and breezy today with a high of 71. Right now, just a few clouds and 57. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
Susie Warden here from Lifetime Windows and Siding. Infinity from Marvin Windows are made from Ultrex fiberglass. Ultrex is a stronger, more modern frame that gives you more glass and bigger views. Enjoy more Colorado views and get 40% off. Call 1-800-NEW-VIEW.
Thinking of selling your home and you want to save thousands of dollars in commissions? You have to hear about this new program that will save you thousands. Hi, Marty.
I was going to see if Nick Fox was available. Are you cool with that?
For which one?
Just have somebody on. Is that, I mean, yeah. Okay. I'm going to start with him.
Commission to sell. You pay 0 commission, and the buyer pays it all. Right now, Gay and Sarah have thousands of buyers in their Buyers in Waiting program that will gladly pay the commission, so you can sell your home with full service while netting more in your pocket. Just this week, the Groves family were about to list with another agent. They spoke with Gay and Sarah, and the Groves ended up saving $13,000 in commission. That is real money. Call Gay and Sarah to learn more about this limited time COVID Sellers Relief Program offer. 833-453-SOLD. 833-453-SOLD. Or visit Gay, spelled G-A-Y-E, hasthebuyers.com.
Asked what kind of family she wanted. She said, a family like yours.
Learn more about adopting a teen at AdoptUSKids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council. It's Ross Kaminsky.
Mornings at 6. You might be surprised to learn that some of the most famous psychopathic movie villains were all based on one person. Steve Shippey returns to the show to talk about the real Psycho Friday morning at 8:35 here on 630 K-How.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hello, Tom Martino here, fighting for you each and every day. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors, your place to call for garage door needs. One Clear Choice Garage Doors, the place to call. And they do
Inspections for $80, top to bottom, side to side, adjustments, lubrication. If you're moving into a place, it's a great idea. I use One Clear Choice doors on all my garages, and I've used them about 7 times for openers or doors. All of their prices are on their website, oneclearchoicedoors.com. All right, Publishers Clearinghouse. Let's see if this number will go through. It's Jamaica. The guy said his name is John Miller, and he says that he's got like several $1 million to give to this guy, to Dan, and we'll see. Let's just do it, right? Let's just do it. See what happens. Wait, why isn't that? There we go. Yeah. Why is this coming through the speaker? Never did that before. Where am I hearing this, Mark? It's not letting me dial it. Doggone it. We'll do it again. I'll try it again, but I think it's not going to let us dial Jamaica. Dan, we need to play along with this guy, though, still, so please keep us informed. The thing is, he's told he won Publishers Clearinghouse. How much dough did they say you won there, Dano?
$15 million, and they're going to pay all the taxes.
All you have to do is open the gold seal. And in order to do that, you got to pay with an Amazon gift card. It smells like crap. All right. I want to talk to Nick over at Renew Home Innovations. We had a question. Nick.
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Hey, Nick. I know you guys advertise these showers in a day. I need to ask you something. Are those inserts?
Absolutely not. No, it's custom fit.
Okay. And the wall material, what choices do people have?
We probably have about 15 or 20 different selections. Most of the products are a quartz blended product, and they're designed to really look like a natural stone look.
That's exactly what this person asked about quartz. Now, just for people listening, quartzite is the natural stone, and they pull it out in slabs. And then quartz is actually better, in my opinion. They take all of the granules, they unify them and resin them together, and it's practically indestructible as far as moisture and vapor and everything. So the colors are through and through, right, Nick?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. So that's the beauty of it, is that if you ever find that you scratched something in the shower or the walls, a lot of the products that we offer are through and through, so you can kind of buff it out, if you will.
Do you really mean showers the next day, like most of the time, some of the time? What percent? About 85%, I think you told me you can do the next day.
Yeah, as long as the customer can select a product that we keep as an in-stock product, we can generally turn installations in as little as a day. And we can usually have them installed within 1 to 3 days, depending on the difficulty of the project.
Right, but you start it the next day. And on these big rectangular, like if I want to do a big rectangular shower, replace the tub altogether, that is available. Do you guys do these perimeter drains?
Yeah, linear drains. We call them linear drains.
I love them. I absolutely love them. That's new. Also, didn't you say you have some that people with disabilities or with canes or walkers, there's no threshold?
We absolutely, in fact, a lot of consumers are really liking the way the zero threshold shower pans look, because it really kind of gives it a streamlined appearance inside the bathing space. And it also allows consumers who need safer bathing solutions to be able to take baths on their own without the need of so much help. So yes, absolutely.
Okay, so on these zero thresholds, perimeter drains, are we talking no maintenance? Talk about maintenance. I hate tile because of the maintenance.
Well, yeah, I mean that, and Tom, what's changed within the industry is that because grout no longer holds up the way it used to, everybody is kind of turning to these solid surface products. And the benefit is this: I can give consumers a lifetime guarantee from the manufacturers, and there is virtually no maintenance on anything that we sell within the wet space showers. So
that is very cool. Okay, I'm going to ask you if you can hang, or we'll call you back. Just tell Suzanne, because I want to talk about one thing we've been doing on the show, careers and jobs, and I know you have some available. The other day we talked about Fix It 24/7 had some stuff available for both skilled and unskilled, and we just want to pick your brain on that. Brett, what's going on with you? I want to remind people we have lines open as well, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255 for problems, questions, complaints. Brett, what's this contractor issue, man? What's going on?
Mr. Martino, thank goodness for you.
What's going on?
I have a furnace and AC and air conditioning installed in early November. Did actually not use the AC until last week because it hadn't been warm, only to find out that the AC did not work. Called the company. They sent
when was it installed?
November 1st.
Okay, got it. So what now?
Okay, so
and tell me, what is the issue? What did they say it was?
So the sub comes out and he says that the AC wasn't even installed correctly. Basically, wasn't even hooked up. All the Freon leaked out of it. All the vents. Yep,
whoa! What company did you use to do the original work?
Ace Heating, and they sent out a subcontractor.
Now, where did you find a place, the Ace Heating? Where did you find them?
Oh, I found them online, unfortunately, and I relied on their reviews. They had, 29 positive reviews. So
okay.
My ignorance, but yeah.
Dang.
What do they say when you call them now?
Well, here's the problem: is I think they just have an answering service, like a scheduling service, because I don't think it's people that work there. Because I've called them and I said I filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. I said I'll rescind the complaint if I can get it fixed. They keep telling me that they'll escalate it and they'll have somebody call me. I sat around for 2 days. They were supposed to send somebody else out.
Let's have Deputy Doc or Marty call these guys. This is crazy. And you just bought this in November, right?
Yes, sir.
Tom, is it possible that it was cold enough they couldn't even start it up and checking? Isn't that true with ACs?
Yeah, but it wasn't even hooked up right, is what they said. They could have hooked it up. I mean, that's ridiculous. But here's what you mean. There has to be a temperature differential for them to check proper operation. But to hook it up, they hook them up all day long. So you're telling me it's not that it's not functioning. You're telling me, Brett, it's not even hooked up.
Did you already get it repaired, Brett?
I'm hopefully gonna have somebody come by tonight just to get it done. So ironically, the individual they sent out a couple of days ago, he did not work for them. He's an independent contractor. He's picking up jobs. He got so disgusted. He said that he'd been sent to so many jobs like this for customers. He ended up quitting because he was sick of it. And I begged him to please come out. I'm going to pay out of pocket now just to have it finished. He's going to get some Freon and come out, but
hey, they have a bunch.
I don't know what.
They have a bunch of cell phone numbers on their site. It says office phone, Daryl's cell, Vanessa's cell. Which one are you calling? All of them?
Well, the only phone number, and Ace might be like a pretty common name. The only number I can find is it's a 720-923-8700, and they're located in Lowry in Denver on Quebec Street.
Yeah, this is a different one. You're right.
It's a different one. And I actually drove over there to see if I could even find the office.
You know what? We're coming up on a break. Give Suzanne the number. I'll call them on break. Let me see if I can't shake up their world.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Right after this, I'm Tom Martino. Hang on, bro.
The Good Assassins Hunting the Butcher podcast is part spy thriller, part detective story. Best-selling author and journalist Stephen Talty tells the pulse-pounding tale of an undercover operation to track down a Nazi killer.
A part of history that seems so bizarre to me that it couldn't have been real. But in 1964, the Israelis decided that Herbert had to die.
Listen to The Good Assassins Hunting the Butcher on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
FixMyHome.com. Well, these guys are looking for people to work there, by the way. That's an aside note. And why are they looking for people to work at Fix It 24/7? Because they do an extraordinary job at customer service, and name is spreading. They guarantee 100% satisfaction. All you have to do is call them, and for $39 you get an expert in your home to diagnose any problem. They find it. And that's all you pay is $39. Now, if you want to get it fixed, they will credit you the $39. Call them now, 720-526-3939, 720-526-3939, plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Let's talk about health. It is a big deal with me. And I am so happy that I found Rocky Mountain IV Medics. And I will tell you, my wife and I do Rocky Mountain IV Medics every single month. That's true. And they send medical professionals to your home with IV therapy, just like at an IV bar, except you pay the same price for them to come to your home. So whether it's for migraines or health or dehydration, or I do the NAD therapy, a cellular regeneration, get them to your home. Same day appointments available, Rocky Mountain, IVMedics.com, 720-987-2155. And talk about countertops. We were just talking about, quartz. We're talking about granite. We're talking about solid surface. Any solid surface quoted over the phone, that's how important he believes it is to get you accurate information and how proud he is of his value. That's Mitch Floria, theartofgranite.com. Any solid surface, and you get countertops within 2 weeks of picking your materials, wholesale on materials, tear out hallways free, the bathrooms free. 303-386-5919, 386-5919.
A couple things. So Deputy Doc called the Publishers Clearinghouse number. John Miller called him back, and Deputy Doc got a different phone number, so I put that on the screen. The next thing is, Nick Fox is available for us for a couple hours, so I hope that's cool with you.
Yes,
okay.
On and off. As long as he knows we're on and off.
Yeah, I mean, I told him he was weeding through, he's working on spreadsheets.
Good.
It's just a good, perfect day for him.
Chances are you will benefit even if you refinance or bought a home last year. You might still be eligible. It could mean a lower monthly payment. It could mean thousands or tens of thousands in long-term savings, and you don't have to restart your term. You know what else? You might even be able to postpone 2 mortgage payments, so even more upfront savings. Don't put a refinance off any longer. Rates won't stay this low forever. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000. Or visit AmericanFinancing.net.
MLS 12334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Hi, Dan Cicchini with Dunright. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. Spring and home show season is the best time to get your new look going in your home. Unfortunately, nearly every home show in the state for this time of year has been canceled. What about that, Todd? Well, Dad, let's bring the home shows to them. Right in your home, we'll lay out our tried and true methods and products, actual cabinet style and color selections, our countertop options, all of the updated looks to get that shower replaced, and an awesome digitally interactive window and door design process. And we'll bring the show savings right to you also. Folks, when you book your full project now for select install dates, you'll enjoy our traditional 8% home show savings. Call and check us out. Whether it's a kitchen, bath, some counters, or floors, or even replacement windows and doors, Dad, as always, you have our word will treat you right at Dunbar. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Colorado area attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. 8101 East Prentice Avenue, Suite 475, Greenwood Village, Colorado, 80111.
Few things bring as much joy as the delicious taste of Coca-Cola, always there in life's most memorable moments, like piling in the car for a road trip, or taking an afternoon stroll around your neighborhood. Introducing our new sip-sized Coca-Cola bottle. It's the Coke you love in an on-the-go size that's big enough to enjoy it every moment. Coca-Cola.
Your on-the-go life has a new sip-sized Coca-Cola bottle ready for any moment. Pick them up from Circle K today.
From the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Churches. A mostly sunny but windy afternoon. The high temperature a delightful 68 degrees, but wind gusts over 35 miles per hour. I'm Fox 31, the weather meteorologist Brooks Garner.
Pull up to Churches today for boneless that's bringing it all. Bringing buttermilk marinated juiciness and all white meat deliciousness. Try our new Texas tenders, the chicken sandwich with new smoky barbecue sauce for just $3.99. Churches, bringing that down home clean with Copper Valley, the participating location.
630 KHOW,
An iHeart radio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So we are going to talk about this contractor issue here. Mark is calling him right now. So we're going to wait a couple seconds here. But basically, he had the
system installed November. Just got around to using his AC, and it's not working. In fact, it's not even installed correctly. Now, are you saying, Brett, they were so bold they didn't even wire it? I mean, is this thing just sitting there?
Yes. No, I mean, it's like in the ground. But when the other contractor came out, he said it wasn't even wired to the electrical box. He was disgusted. He said it was, he said it's like a $13 part, that he went to Home Depot and got, and then looked into it. And it was not installed correctly. So they hired someone that did not know what they were doing.
When he did it, but when this new guy came, this other guy you found,
yes.
Did he hook it up?
Yes.
Is it working?
Not yet, because he didn't have Freon. So he's supposed to come back today with Freon.
You mean they didn't even they had nothing in this? It wasn't even wired and no Freon.
Well, they put the Freon in because they installed it incorrectly, it all leaked out.
Okay.
So, it was just a really bad effort. I mean, it just looks like whoever did it didn't know what they were doing.
Is it hooked up to electrical now or not?
Now it is. Wait.
What's actually done with this?
Now, remember, Mark, he had it hooked up to electrical. It wasn't hooked up by the contractor. They left it. I'm on the phone with them right now, and they're morons. They're complete morons, and I say that with the best attitude I've ever had. They're complete morons. I don't know how he got hooked up with these people. I swear they're in, like, Jamaica, and they hire subcontractors. Yep. I don't think it's a real company that's here. I think this is really bad news, and honestly, I think he should have someone else fix it. Mark is saying they're a fake company and they just hire subcontractors and they don't know what they're doing.
I think they might be paper contractors, because I think the people I'm talking to, I think they're just a scheduling service. So I have filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau.
Didn't you do any research on these? Didn't you do any research on these damn people before you did it?
Other than reviews, no, sir.
What was it called online? What was it called? Ace what?
She's checking. Listen, I just got to interrupt. She's checking right now. She's telling me they're going to get someone out there today. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but hang tight.
All right. Well, hold on, man. Maybe we're going to shake the trees a little. Just hang on, man. Hey, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Nick Fox with Renew Home Innovations. We're one thing we're doing on referral list and trying to hook people up with work and jobs, and so we want to know what jobs are available, Nick.
Well, right now, with everyone being at home, they've really kind of it's come to light some of the projects that need to be done within their home, and baths are definitely one of those projects. And so we are definitely looking for qualified installers who can come in and really make someone's bathroom beautiful, someone who takes pride in their work and really wants to do a good job. So we're looking for the best of the best. And we
so contractors that know how to install showers, solid surface walls, hardware, and all of that. And what about plumbers? Do the plumbers, at what point do plumbers get involved? Is that the final hookup, or what is that?
Well, two things. So we hire employees, so we don't want to have a bunch of subcontractors doing our work. We're looking for guys that want to be employees of the company.
Okay.
We have a group of plumbers that work for us right now who do excellent work. We're really looking for those finishers, the ones that can really make the end result look beautiful.
Okay.
Private ownership type
So
thing.
that's what you're looking for. The actual installers, they don't have to be plumbers, is what you're saying. They just contractors who know how to do finish work, who know how to install showers. And what else? Any other behind the scenes, non-skilled, or do you need only installers right now?
We really are looking for installers that, to do the work. I mean, and we are offering, we are offering, we have a lot of ads out right now for apprentices, individuals who really have a keen eye and want to learn a craft again.
Okay, so people that have some skill and maybe not a lot of experience, you will offer an apprenticeship to.
Absolutely.
And they work along experienced contractors until they're on their own?
Correct. That's correct.
So there's a lot of upward mobility is what you're saying.
Yes, and these aren't, and these are very high-paying positions in my estimation.
Okay, and what about benefits? Anything?
Yeah, we offer full benefits, whether it's medical, dental, licenses, all those types of things. Absolutely.
Okay, so this is the real deal. And where do you want them to contact you?
You can contact myself directly at 720-935-3251, or they can go to renewhomeinnovations.com and get access.
I want to make clear that number, because that number is a little different than your other number. So I want to make that clear. It's for jobs. It's 720 935, okay.
3251.
325. Now, this is for, this is not to get your shower done. For your shower, I'll give you the other number. But right now, if you're looking for work or apprenticeships, installing showers, renewing bathrooms, 720-935-3251, 720-935-3251, renewhomeinnovations.com. Now, I'm going to give out their other number later here on showers themselves. Mark, what did you want to say about?
I can say this again with all confidence. These guys are some kind of lead aggregators or something. I'm telling you, these people I don't think are in the country. I'm at their actual website right now.
Because there is an actual ACE heating and air conditioning in Lyons, Colorado.
Yeah, well, I'd like to pull up that actual address and see, but here's the deal. No, that's not where it is. That's not those guys.
No.
The guys in Lyons are not these folks.
Right. The folks you're talking about, Mark, who are they?
Apparently, they're on 200 Quebec Street. I'm going to pull that up and look at it, but...
Did they say they were local? What did they say to you?
Well, sometimes we have to use other people.
Yes, that's what they said.
Yeah. But it sounds just like a moving company.
Yeah, it's just one of these guys that put up a number, and what they do is they just send jobs out.
Yeah, so this guy had a bad guy come out and install it, who these people probably have never met before. He didn't do it right. Now they're not going to be willing to pay for someone else to come back out and fix it, is what it sounds like to me. They said a manager will be reaching out to him today, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
You see, people, you just take a crapshoot when you do this. This company, ACE, does not even exist.
Yeah, guess what that address is?
What?
The address on their website is a Safeway. I'm not kidding.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm staring at it. I mean, it's a Safeway. Maybe they got a P.O. box in the Safeway.
So what is the website you're looking at?
The website, I just Googled the phone number the guy gave me, is Ace Heating Air Conditioning co.business.site.
Oh, my God.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
And I'm sure if I run a check on where
Ace
the
Heating,
registrar...
Air Conditioning, then what?
Ace Heating Air Conditioning co.business.site.
Oh, my goodness. So this is just a big scam.
Yeah, so you pull it up, and then it's got a number of 200 Quebec Street, and that's Safeway in Denver. Did you get to the site?
I'm at
.business.site.
Site.
S-I-T-E, yeah.
So this is like goodness. Heating and Air Conditioning Co.
Now go down to the bottom, you'll see the address.
HVAC contractor in Denver, open today till 6 p.m. Get quote. Testimonials here, which are just ridiculous. Contact us. So you hit the address, and you're right, Mark. This thing.
And that address is a Safeway.
And in fact, oh my God, this is like the height of all insults. They know people aren't going to check anything out.
Where did he say he got this info?
I don't know how he found them. Actually, Brett, how did you find these clowns?
Well, like a lot of folks, I went online and looked, just did a Google search, and they have, they had like 35-star reviews on there from real people.
Yeah. How do you know? How do you actually know they're real people?
I don't. I don't.
I don't want to beat the guy. How much did you pay, by the way?
No, I want to beat him up. I mean,
$8,200. $8,200 for a...
Well, okay, here's the good news. Here's the good news. If you can get everything fixed for less than another $1,000, I mean, you're probably not that bad off. I mean, honestly.
No, if you can get everything fixed. But don't hold your breath on these guys. These guys are not coming back. I mean, this Ace company, they're a bunch of clowns. It's an empty company.
They said they are going to call you, have a manager reach out to you today, but once again, I don't know if that means anything.
They don't even have an office here. They just randomly get people to do your work.
Well, they might work out of the restroom in the Safeway. I mean, we got to give them some credit.
You know who else does this? Moving companies do this a lot.
Yep.
And so do storage. Yeah, moving and storage. But there were some others we found. Oh, locksmiths. Many times you have locksmiths that are really not even locksmiths at all. They're just a number.
Aggregators.
And then they send out the job. They're called lead aggregators. Now, on this Publishers Clearinghouse, okay, we know it's a scam. Deputy Doc says he has another number, but I have a feeling this is going to be the same thing. All of the same thing. All of these numbers are these, Jamaican numbers. So hang on, and we'll try it, though, coming back. Also, if you have, and we'll talk to Doc about it because I think he said he talked to the guy. Also, if you have a problem, question, or complaint, get your calls in now, 303-713-TALK.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Betfred Sports.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, the big traffic story is the closure of southbound I-25 there south of Arapahoe due to that crash involving 2 cars and a semi. No estimated time when the roadway will specifically be reopened. Detours are in place. Looking to drive across town in fairly decent shape. There's some road work northbound I-25 approaching down into Water 4. Also watch out for construction work westbound Hampton at Colorado causing big delays. One area to avoid if you possibly can. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Sunny and breezy today with a high of 71. Tonight clear overnight, a low 38. Right now just a few clouds at 59. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
Catch every slam dunk with Betfred Sports. Use promo code HOOP20 to get a $20 free bet just in time for college hoop. No deposit necessary. Download the app today at betfredsports.com. Must be 21 years of age. Gambling problem? Call 800-5.
I don't think anyone listening right now even considers having to know a criminal defense attorney. Okay, that's because you probably don't plan on being charged with a crime. But here's what I want to say. You may be called by someone who needs a reference to a defense attorney, or you may get a DUI, or something might just come up. One thing is absolutely sure. You never want to shop when you're under duress. I've done the shopping for you. I've known Joe Lazara for 30 years. If you need a criminal defense attorney, take the name down. In fact, take it down now and hope you never need it, but at least you're prepared. Joe Lazara, you can find him at referralist.com. Here's the number, 303-429-6200. Flat rates on everything, so you know the price up front. 303-429-6200. I'll tell you something else. You'll know the price of up front, and it'll be 30-40% cheaper than even the big boxes. And I'm talking about floor coverings from simplyfloorsinc.com. They have carpeting, woods, hardwoods, laminates, engineered floors, luxury vinyl tile, and all of it for less money than you'd pay anywhere else, and better installers. But you got to check it out to make sure I'm telling you the truth, right? Well, you know I am. Just check them out. They'll come to your home. You just sit there and watch the show and decide for yourself. simplyfloorsinc.com.
What did you think when you talked to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening, who's able to hear more than what's being said, and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to cloud and solutions powered by Intel Pro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
The Sharpest Rise in Englewood wants to keep you safe and worry-free during these times, which is why they are making car buying easier than ever right from your home. You can pick out your car right from the Sharpest Rise website, get credit approved, finance, and they will literally drive your new car right to your front door. It's that easy. The Sharpest Rise is the #1 internet car dealer in Colorado, and you can shop over 1,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs today at thesharpestrise.com. They have cars under $10,000 and even 2020 models, so get shopping today at thesharpestrise.com.
During our recent snowstorms, I had to climb a ladder to remove leaves and pine needles that were blocking my gutter, causing overflow that was damaging my house. I bet you've been there too, but you can be done with that problem by getting your own leaf filter. Leaf filter is offering my listeners...
Boy, this poor bastard really got fucking suckered.
And you can get a free estimate.
Just a guy with the AC. Although he didn't pay much. I mean, you gotta say that. You know?
44300-LEAF and tell them Ross sent you to save 15% or just get started at leaffilter.com.
Well, let's face it, credit cards are pretty much a necessity.
A lot of companies are going to privately adopt
Use my card, and most of us just accept the high interest rates credit cards charge as a necessary evil.
health cards, health passes. And it's like ID me, but it'll be a health pass. And so a company may decide, we require health pass to enter. So you'll have to have the app, fill it out, show your vaccination dates and all that. Then it'll be ready for when you go to these places.
Yeah, I doubt.
I mean, I don't know what facilities would use it, but
Who's going to turn people away?
That's what I want to know.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're not going to sell you that refrigerator today because you don't have a health pass.
You can't come to the concert or whatever.
Well, once again, who's going to do that? I mean, shit. Who turns away that many people? I could see like some expensive restaurants getting away with it, but I can't see many places getting away with it, you know?
Where do you find the finest, freshest, tastiest nuts, snacks, and dried fruits available? Nuts.com. But how do they do it? It started 92 years ago when Bobby Stahl took a shot at the American dream by founding the newer
Nuts.com.
He selected only the highest quality nuts from the world's best growers and roasted them to perfection. Today it's called Nuts.com.
I still don't understand what this guy did, this Gates. Was he screwing around with some kids, or what was the deal? This Gates guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they just changed it.
Everything is still roasted, dipped, or baked in-house to ensure freshness and unsurpassed flavor. Try Nuts.com today. New customer? Get free shipping on your first order when you text TASTY to 64,000. That's TASTY to 64,000. For more information on free shipping, text TASTY to 64,000.
The Good Assassin's Hunting the Butcher podcast is part spy thriller, part Part detective story. Best-selling author and journalist Stephen Talty tells the pulse-pounding tale of an undercover operation to track down a Nazi killer.
A Nazi killer.
To me that it couldn't have been real. But in 1964, the Israelis decided that Herbert Zuckers had to die.
Listen to The Good Assassins Hunting the Butcher on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino.
Troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by Silverleaf Mortgage. And Silverleaf is your place for reverse loans. And more than that, they go further than that. They even have a nonprofit foundation to help those in need to get their houses fixed up, to get the highest appraisals. They'll help you fix up your house. Sometimes it's a low-cost, low-interest loan, sometimes a zero-interest loan, and sometimes an out-and-out grant, depending on your needs. It's called the Forever Home Foundation. It's all based around Silverleaf Mortgage. They're doing reverse loans. If you need one to live off your equity, if you're 62 or older, you ought to look into them. Prices have never been lower on reverse loans. It could just be a line of credit just for security. And that is 720-REVERSE. That's the number, 720-REVERSE. 720-REVERSE. Hey, Deputy Doc, you talked to Publishers Clearinghouse. Did you call that number in Jamaica?
So listen to this, Tom. I called that 876 number and left a message, and then this guy has called me back at least 15 times. He wants me to get involved. His number is 876-866-0113. That's his personal phone, and he's tried to call me back about 15 times. So if you dial that number, I guarantee he'll talk to you.
Did he give you a name?
One is David and one is John.
Now, what is he saying, that he's from Publishers Clearinghouse?
Yes, exactly.
So now you won as well? Basically everyone who calls wins?
Right, and I told him I was in New York, and he said, well, we'll have the prize then there between 1:30 and 2:30.
And what you have to do is what? And by the way, when he called you back, did he ask if how did he find out who you were? Like, how did he know you weren't just somebody calling him? Did he claim he had talked to you before, or what? What's the come on?
Yes. No, he said that you won the prize. And
okay. So I guess it doesn't matter who it is. Everybody's a winner.
Absolutely. Call that number and he'll talk to you.
Okay, I will, but for some reason, I don't think we can get through on this number, because if you were able to get through on the other one, we weren't able to get through on the other one either. So I have a feeling that it's blocked from here. I just think it is. But I'll try it again.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Doc probably just called Jamaica on his cell phone.
Oh, and Doc, what was the spiel? Did he tell you he was going to get, you were going to get 15...
I didn't listen because I wanted you to call on the air and see what the spiel was.
All right, let's do it. I'll try it again coming up. Although I don't think they're going to answer. I mean, we're going to get through. We'll try. Maybe we'll have to use another phone to do it. But these guys are, right now, though, people, Publishers Clearinghouse is the latest scam going around. Don't fall for it.
Tell your smart device to play 630.
We don't need Dan anymore. He doesn't have to hang on to Dan.
Talk that impacts your life.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station. Available on over 2,000 devices. Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Colorado State Patrol.
From the Bedford Sports Traffic Center, southbound I-25 remains closed south of Arapahoe Road due to that crash cleanup involving a semi and two vehicles. No estimated time when the roadway will reopen. Detours are in place. Up in the high country, both directions of 406 over Loveland Pass remain closed. The crews are investigating that overturned semi-crash from the
Let's see here.
Back in town. Watch out for construction westbound Hayden at Colorado.
This KOA looks really nice, man.
Avoid that area.
They got bumper boats, they got a lake. It's okay, man.
High of 71. Right now, just a few clouds and 59. With your impact traffic
She's nuts, this woman, Nancy Grace.
30K.
I like Nancy.
In Colorado,
She's nuts.
42 crashes a day after somebody was driving distracted. Let's not make it 43. What do you say we drop it and drive? Brought to you by the Colorado.
I agree. Mile High Estate Planning is the home of Blake Harris, attorney at law. If you call Blake with any questions, you'll get answers. And all of these consultations are free. He just answers questions at 833. Ask Blake. Now, why would he do that? He wants to be your estate planning attorney. But here's the deal. He only charges for what he actually does for you. So if you have a will done, you pay for a will. If you have a trust done, you pay for a trust. If you have a combination of those things done, maybe you just need a beneficiary's deed. But a lot of people, first, what they need is just help knowing what they need. So no matter what stage of life you're in, call Blake and find out what you need. MileHighEstatePlanning.com. 833 Ask Blake. Master Rooter.
Master Rooter Plumbing! You know what I really like about these guys? Think about this. They are so confident that they have the best prices and the best service, they don't even charge for estimates. They'll send a plumber to your house for zero. That's right, zero. Free estimates and whatever work you do need done. I can promise you it'll be the best pricing out there. And if you ever need a sewer line or water line repaired, they own their own excavation company and beat the competition big time. Go to the referral list, type in Master Rooter. That's all there is to it. Master Rooter.
This is Brent Iverson with Ideal Home. If one of your goals in 2021 is to move into a different home because
You're right, when I'm caught off guard like that, the first
Oh,
thing
it's
that-
okay. It's better than nothing. As it is leaking into the other
What's leaking into the
Oh,
universe?
these multiple universe theories.
Oh.
It's from a guy, from this guy that writes our class.
Some wacko.
Universe, but don't worry. Earth will be long gone by then. I had some incredible adventures in it because I love people and stories. New experimental hints that a particle breaks the known laws of physics. A heavier sibling of the electron, known as the muon, is challenging the standard model of all particles.
Been there.
Did you know the muon is totally challenging?
Hey there,
Our
homeowners. Are you
It was one of the
Is your water
first things I thought about.
Or are you suffering
This
from
internet
water
is
pressure?
internet.
These are signs of widespread pipe failure due to mold, corroded, and shoddy pipes. Rerouting a pipe or other Band-Aid fixes are not the answer. Only a whole house repipe with brand new high-quality packs or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. No more leaks and great water pressure. They've been doing this for over 25 years, serving over 40,000 happy customers. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. So say goodbye to leaks once and for all. Enjoy a pipe leak-free home and eliminate the risk of potential water damage. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today. 720-573-0086. 720-573-0086. That's 720-573-0086.
It's such a beautiful night. Look at the stars.
They're amazing. Did you know 20% of stars have planets orbiting them capable of sustaining life?
How did you know that? You must spend a ton of time reading.
Not at all. I use Blinkist.
Blinkist?
Yeah, it's an app that takes key insights from over 4,000 non-fiction bestsellers and turns them into 15-minute blinks for you to read.
Maybe I don't want this Johnson & Johnson when I decide to get one.
15 minutes. As
I know.
opposed to days or weeks.
What kind of books?
Non-fiction books in over 20.
I wonder if it's like a shitload stronger than the dual ones.
History, management, investing, philosophy, and more.
I don't know why you need a dual one. They never explained it. Why? Both of them came up with that. Why?
Learn about pretty much anything.
Like the stars?
You and the stars. Right now, radio listeners get 25%
I wonder
off
why.
plus
There's got to be a reason.
when you go to Blinkist.com/grow. To get this special offer, go to Blinkist.com/grow. That's BLINKIST.com/GROW.
Oh my God, Paris looks like hell. We'll go there now. Jesus.
Bring as much joy. The delicious taste of Coca-Cola. Always there in life's most memorable.
Oh my God, it's disgusting.
What?
Paris, absolutely disgusting.
What do you mean by ugly? What do you mean?
There's just trash and homeless everywhere. I don't know.
Because of their liberal ways?
I guess so. I mean, these photos are unfucking believable. It looks like New York City when they had the big garbage strike, like in the 80s.
Well, consider the source that they're not just taking those pictures.
Oh, man, these are pretty. These pictures tell a lot.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK.
713-8255. All right, tell us about this scam going on, Wayne. What's happening?
Well, I got a call this morning. Had the automated voice. Said, "This is Excel Energy, and we're calling about a."
Man, those are really convincing, by the way. Very convincing.
Yes, yeah. So I they asked you to, to pay your bill, press 1. For payment plan, press 2. So I, wanted a payment plan. I gave my address, and they said I owed money, and they were all willing to do a credit card and all this other stuff, but where I live, I have solar. I don't have Excel.
Ha. So what happened then?
Well, they said, have a good day, and hung up on me.
Wait, okay. He had me for a second. You're not completely off the grid.
Are you off the grid?
Yes, off the grid. Well water and solar and batteries.
Wow. You are totally off the grid. Very cool.
Kick ass, man.
You don't even have a backup?
Batteries. Generator.
Oh.
How do the batteries work, by the way?
The solar panel charges the batteries, so it's got the inverters and converters. And
Did you do them? How long have you been doing this?
Oh, a few years now.
And what about where you are, like location-wise? Where are you?
Just north of Fort Collins.
You're not in the boonies? Do you have neighbors?
Up there it's acreages. So most everyone up there, well, maybe not everyone, but there's a good portion of us that are running solar batteries and then a generator for backup.
Tell me, is there any disadvantage?
I've been happy with it. The only, thing that comes up every now and then is just, if you don't have a lot of sun, you need to have a big enough battery bank to get you through a day or two, or, generator to kick in. But we have a lot of sun, so I've been happy with it.
But do you live normally, do you think, or do you conserve a lot?
Yeah, I guess normally I've got the office, got the TV and the cable, and got the shop to work on the cars.
Oh, you got the cable. That's not off the grid, is it? No, cable's the only intrusive. That's the only thing you have coming into your home.
No, it's actually a dish.
Okay, satellite. Then you are. Nothing connected to that house. Okay,
nope.
And so are your monthly, when you consider your maintenance and all of that for the well and for the solar and anything that keeps you off the grid, not counting, of course, the satellite, that doesn't count.
Well, and the original cost, those batteries are probably a fortune.
When you consider all of that, do you think you're saving money over gas and electric bills?
I think I am. They have the tax credit for solar systems. I think through this year they extended them, but you can find enough stuff out there, Craigslist or used, or deals on stuff, and there's not a lot of maintenance. Keep the panels, wash them off a couple times a year, get the snow off of them, and the generator, you just do the oil change on it every so many 100 hours, and the batteries, well, they have a life expectancy
right.
of,
okay.
10 to 20.
I haven't talked to many people off the grid for a while. I know there are people that have hunting cabins and stuff like that, but not a full-time resident, not that often.
Aren't they generally a little odd?
Yeah, why did you do it? Are you odd?
Yes, I'm odd.
Okay, that's...
even odd.
What's that?
I was one of your common men. That makes me even
for
rarer.
Sure. Well, you know what? You'd be amazed how many of our common men are weird. They really are. I love it. They're so uncommon. Anyway, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. He's living off the grid. How about that? Now listen, Nick, over at Renew Home Innovations, we talked about careers and jobs and things. We talked about showers in a day, and some of your solid surface materials that you do require no maintenance. We talked about perimeter drains. Of course, they can have any drain they want. The linear drain is an option. I love it. And also the no threshold or zero threshold showers. There is also a trend, Nick, to not have doors, to make a turn and not have any door or curtain to mess with. Has that been catching on, or is that just me?
No. It's a very popular a way of designing a shower, but there are certain requirements you have to make sure that so you don't ruin the rest of the flooring in the house. But absolutely, it's very attractive. It's a European style that's really taken off here over the past couple of years, and I'd say a good 20% of our customers enjoy that look.
Oh, okay. So you do that. Are you finding more and more people going with solid showers, or do they want to keep it open and glass?
Well, most people like to have the glass. I mean, they like to have some way of keeping the water in the space.
Well, I mean, yeah, but what I meant was a solid wall, or, you know what I mean, like they used to make stone like you walked into a cave almost sometimes, and a lot of health clubs are like that. Or do they like the openness of glass?
They like the openness of glass. That was pretty popular in the 2010 timeframe where they were doing that. Yeah, it's kind of past.
Now,
not really that.
Have you ever run across smart glass? Oh my God, it's so cool.
It's all we sell.
No, I'm talking about when you walk in and it goes foggy.
Right. Well, there's a treatment that they can put in the glass that will prevent.
No. Hold on. I want to hear what he has. We're running out of time. But there is some that a small electrical charge turns it foggy as you walk in front of it, or hazy. But I want to hear what you're talking about, too, coming up. We have more. 303-713-TALK. Any questions about bathrooms, of course, you can call. Or any problem or sniffing out ripoffs, call us.
Electrical mysteries be gone. Just $21. That's Plumline's whole house electrical inspection, serving the front range more than 20 years. From bad outlets to complete panel upgrades, they can do it all. Don't wait for
So this thing, the muon,
$21 for a complete electrical
a new particle breaks the laws of physics.
A company you can trust. I do in my home. Schedule online. Plumline.
What's that? There's a new particle called the muon, which is breaking the laws of physics, disobeying one of science's most celebrated theories. The gap between the model's predictions and the particle's newly measured behavior hints that the universe may contain unseen particles and forces beyond our current grasp.
Oh, when you agree with that?
Well, shit, I never... God damn it, they're not letting me read it. Son of a bitch. You gotta sign up for this.
But honestly, I mean, I would agree there's things we haven't discovered yet. I don't care.
Well, of course there are. Of course there are. But it's not that it's so great. It's that usually they don't break the laws. They're just new, but they fall within somewhere in the realm of our physics, our laws of physics. To actually go beyond laws of physics is pretty damn incredible. That's the part that gets me, you know, that part of it is like, wow.
Well, is it religion?
Affairs.
Based any laws of physics?
What does he mean by that?
I mean, exactly that. I mean, isn't most religions would be something outside of our laws of physics?
Oh, sometimes. But, you know, a lot of people have gone through incredible lengths to do just the opposite and compare biblical stuff to physics to say how it could be possible. You know what I'm saying? Like the flood and the parting of the sea. All different. That's right. They tried to explain it with natural laws. But, okay, the muon is a elementary particle similar to an electron.
This is breaking news. The Biden administration reverses a Trump-era policy. ABC's Jordana Miller has more from Jerusalem. The Palestinian Prime Minister applauding the Biden administration for reinstating U.S. aid to the Palestinians. It will include an annual pledge of $150 million to UNRWA, the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees,
You know, the,
$75 million for development projects in the West Bank.
The life cycle of a
Mohammed
blue
Shtayyeh
line
said Ramallah
is
will
2.2 milliseconds.
with the U.S. and
Now
working
that
on
is
Middle
a
East
short
peace
lifespan.
includes an independent Palestinian state. President Biden
That's pretty crazy, man.
And how can they study it?
is committed
I don't
to a
know.
two-state solution. Jordana Miller, ABC News, Jerusalem.
The French Open in Paris being pushed back.
This is as important as Mars landing.
This
is what they're saying. These
Officials at the French
physicists.
Tennis Federation say the delay will maximize the chance that the event will be played in front of as many spectators as possible in a safe environment.
The particle
Julie Hartung, ABC
is
News.
akin to an
The
electron, but
IRS
heavier,
doesn't mess
far
around
heavier.
here. They want your money. They'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. Don't take on the IRS alone. If you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. The experts at Optima specialize in a powerful IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop
I'm trying
the
to see
IRS
what
from targeting you.
what
Don't
it means
delay.
by
It's
breaking the
important
laws
to
of
act now
physics.
while you still have options.
I'm still not seeing where it breaks the laws.
Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of
It
tax debt for their
deviated
clients.
from theoretical
Get your life
prediction,
back.
or
For
what?
tax help you need, or tax help you can trust, call Optima now for your free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
K-Hal News Time, 12:03.
Today, Governor Polis and other state officials provide an overview of the outlook and preparedness plan for the upcoming wildfire season. There's a precedent set for later this morning. Polis and others will be joined by representatives from the Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management. Last year saw the three biggest wildfires in state history, which burned a combined total of more than 500,000 acres. Colorado Springs is planning to use federal aid to help local businesses.
I guarantee you that a big part of it will be economic development dollars to help businesses that have struggled during the pandemic.
Mayor John Suthers says the Springs government needs to be smart in how it spends federal relief money and is confident the economy will come back strong. Mayor met with U.S. Senator John Hickenlooper about that issue yesterday. Sports, another win for the Nuggets last night. They beat the San Antonio Spurs. Rockies also broke their losing streak. They beat the Diamondbacks.
They're saying they wobble so strangely. They appear to be influenced by what
This report is sponsored by Wendy's.
physicists say might be forces
Good news, southbound
outside of those currently known.
Arapahoe, but the on-ramp from Dry Creek onto southbound I-25.
That is kind of weird thinking of it in those terms.
Just be aware of that. But a problem in Boulder. 9th Street is now closed between Canyon and Spruce due to police activity, and Canyon Boulevard closed between 9th and 15th.
They're basically saying they're sensitive to something that is not in any theory that there is now. They act different. They're saying they're reacting to something that they don't know what they're reacting to.
Right now,
That's how they're outside of it.
59. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a bacon double stack, 4-piece crispy or spicy nuggets, fries, and a drink in the $5 biggie bag. That's
They're basically
fresh
wobbling
Wendy's.
from
Have a
virtual
mix of bacon
particles.
and juicy chicken, all for just $5. Secure the bag with the most value. Get the biggie bag. Price and participation may vary.
David Ellis, that name should ring a bell with you because he's been around as long
The researchers note that the chances of the muons wobbling being a statistical fluke is about 1 in 400, whatever that is, a shitload.
rings and bracelets. You can sell them and he'll pay you either scrap value for the weight or collectible value or somewhere in between. There are people that just sit on them and don't know what to do with them. And you know what? You should never take chances. He'll be honest. And
it looks like they found these or created these or whatever through that super collider.
40 years. David Ellis is a straight shooter.
You know, they found it because they can look deeper.
There's no obligation.
They're looking at what they previously thought.
See, here's what they're saying. They're saying
it was previously empty space.
Yeah, they're saying, though, that the way they move is the whole issue. I actually found a pretty cool video on it. where they show the experiment, and they can't figure out why they wobble. No matter what they run, they should not wobble the way they wobble.
Colorado license plates glorifying dope, such as bomb, stash. Is it 420? Great for the kids to see, right? Can the GOP win in 22 by standing up to this high-potency crackawana, methawana insanity? Join me at 4. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino.
Your Troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere that does what it does. That means solves problems, answer questions, take complaints, and we make your life a little easier. This hour brought to you by realcbdthatworks.com. realcbdthatworks.com. Just put Tom in the promo code and get 30% off. That's the website, realcbdthatworks.com. It's for Panacea Life Sciences in Golden. They actually opened a lab there, the former EPA lab that they converted for CBD use. It's wonderful. And many, many new breakthroughs in CBD treatments of all kinds of conditions. You can find out more at their website, realcbdthatworks.com. All right. There's a number of things we're talking about, so I'm going to get right to the phones. And Suzanne, this solar expert wants to give information on what exactly is he calling about?
Well, I guess we were talking about solar last week, and he had a few minutes. He just wanted to give you some comments on it.
Okay. So, we often talk about solar on and off. So whatever he has to say, let's talk. Jeff, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but just go ahead.
Well, I mean, you've had a lot of solar calls.
Yes.
I own a
yes,
solar
we have.
Contracting company.
Yes.
One of the largest, and I own one of the largest leasing companies. You know, and you had a guy call in last week, and he was talking about his $100 a month payment and couldn't use a tax credit. And
that one company sold him. This one company sold him a bill of goods. He's ending up paying way more than he would have with his electric bill.
Yeah, it happens a lot. I mean, he may not have had access to his tax credit
because he's not in the income bracket, right?
Well, so what happens is, let's say I'm a contractor and I want to sell you a solar system for $20,000. You write me a check for $20,000, you get to keep your tax credit. If I lease that system to you, I only not get to put the cost of that solar system into my lease. I get to put all the maintenance and warranty of my solar system. Because I now own it, I'm leasing it to you. So my cost could go from, say, $20,000 to, say, $50,000. My tax credit goes up from $20,000 as a base to $60,000.
Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. Credit. They actually figure the credit based on the total price, and that total price could be all of the maintenance?
Correct.
That seems a little unfair.
We actually... not really, because, you know, back then when we had our leasing company, inverters would historically fail about 7 or 8 years, so we'd have to factor in an inverter replacement, the cost of warranty, maintenance. We would factor all those costs into that lease, so our true cost basis was much higher than what you were paying for the system if you were to buy it outright. So, yeah, I mean, it's just like leasing a car or anything else. You know, the cost basis changes. You know, so that's why he may not have access to his tax credit.
Jeff, you know what I found? You know what I found disheartening about the solar industry is in the beginning. I don't know if it's doing it now, but in the beginning, solar companies truly did not use a tax credit to make systems more affordable. What they did was simply made more profit. And I'm telling you, I could track it down to the penny. What they did is just what car dealers do when it comes to leasing. Because the car payment's cheaper, they pack it with more crap. And people, they take the entire benefit of leasing out of it. Well, the solar industry took the tax benefits, and instead of making a system affordable, what they did was simply kept the tax. I mean, it's almost like that now the consumer psychologically thinks they're getting a discount because they see a tax credit, but they're paying way more for the system than they would had there not been a tax credit. In fact, I knew a solar contractor who said, "Oh man, we think these tax credits are going away, and if they do, now we're going to have to lower the prices down to where they should have been to begin with." And I think that's...
Yeah, when we sold solar, we were full disclosure. I mean, we showed the customer everything, how it cost. We actually built a tool that Solar City ended up buying from us that actually took the customer's kilowatt hours, their usage, all that stuff.
I understand that. No, I understand that. I'm not saying you may have not been transparent, but for example, the system in and of itself, it may have yielded less per kilowatt hour cost than the electrical grid, but what I'm saying is that the tax credits were truly pissed away in more profit. They weren't truly applied like they should have been, which is to make the systems cheaper for consumers. I mean, Jeff,
some contractors may have been that way, but we weren't.
You sound pretty straight. But let's go back in time, and let's say there were no tax credits at all. I'll bet you all of the prices of solar systems would have been cheaper right off the bat.
No, the cost of technology was too expensive back then. I mean, when I was selling solar, your panels were 5-6 times what they are today. A solar system, a 10 kilowatt solar system back in the early 2000s, whatnot, could have been $60,000. Today, that same system could be 25 to 30.
Yeah, but that's normal that's normal technology, but no one can deny that the industry in general, I'm not talking about each and every one of you, they ate those tax credits in extra profit, and it just pissed me off. It never truly benefited consumers as the government expected it to. Now, with electrical cars, they really are reducing the price of those electrical cars. I mean, they're not raising the prices, or at least Tesla didn't raise the price to meet the tax credit.
But they can't even stand on their own. Without the tax credit, no one's going to buy one.
Who?
The entire industry. It doesn't matter.
Which one are we talking now?
The cars or the homes. I'm saying without the subsidies and the tax credits, the entire industry can't stand on its own.
Mark? It could if they charge realistic prices. The whole point I'm making, Mark, is you're right. If the price they sold it for was truly the price, then you're right. It would be outrageously expensive. But the truth is, and solar people know it, if those credits went away, they'd all routinely lower their prices, 50, whatever that tax credit was, and not miss a beat. The problem is, who cares, right? The industry was not. Here's the problem: the people who got into the industry because they believed in it, those were few and far between, and most of them got into it after the tax credits simply to make more money. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, solar, does it work? Is it worth it? Would you get it in your home, Mark?
Hell no.
Why?
Because once again, it doesn't pay for itself. It just doesn't. Plus, where I live, it wouldn't matter. I got too many trees. I wouldn't get any juice.
But I'm talking about people that get good solar radiation. Is it worth the investment, Jeff? Is it?
It all depends on your kilowatt hour price. I mean, out in California, I've talked to customers in California whose average kilowatt price is north of 30 cents a kilowatt hour because of the total amount of usage that they have on a monthly basis. Used to be, when I was in it, if you were paying an average under 13 cents a kilowatt hour, solar didn't work for you. I mean, it might after 7 or 8 or 9 years, but with the equipment back then, you're going to have to do some replacement. You're going to incur some costs, and all of a sudden, it's like a mortgage reset. Now you're starting over.
Right, you're right.
So
what you have to do, as you said before, and let math do the talking, and that's the only true indicator.
The entire industry kills me. If you think of Tesla and these things, if you look at what the emissions is just to build one of the batteries, it's generally more than most cars that run off gasoline. I mean, it drives me insane. The entire industry is like fake.
Well, the car industry or the solar?
Your solar panel has some some minerals in it that are so toxic you can't get rid of it. You cannot properly dispose of that solar panel. I don't want to get into it.
No, I understand. And as with all industries, Jeff, as with all industries, you know, you never hear the truth about it. You know, when it gets to be popular because it's green, you're never going to hear about.
But that's my point with the cars.
You're right.
You're never going to green.
You're never going to hear about the total footprint. However, Mark, I personally have never seen a complete comparison of an electrical vehicle with the same kind of gasoline vehicle saying that the gasoline vehicle had a bigger carbon footprint, or the electrical one had one. I don't know what that comparison
Any
shows.
place you would charge like back east where you're using heating oil
Mark,
and stuff.
we all know what you're saying. You're saying that, no, you're right. I mean, that batteries have a cost to the environment. So
not just the batteries. When you're charging it, it depends where your electricity's coming from.
And the manufacturing and the generation of electricity.
Christ, if you use coal to charge your electric car, you're giving a way bigger footprint off.
Has anyone, though, actually did a comparison of the footprint and the impact on the environment, really, on the average? I don't know. I've never seen a car-to-car comparison. Anyway, we got to take a quick break.
I'm sure. Look up and see. I'm sure Google and Facebook would hide the results.
You know what? That's. I don't know. You ought to look it up. I've always heard it, but I've never seen it.
Advertise on stations like this one.
I would like to see it.
Wherever their travels take them. Use iHeart Ad Builder to create your own custom radio ad quickly and cost-effectively. Just click, listen, approve, then hear it on the radio. For a free customized ad, sign up now at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
Paragon, by the way, after me. Okay. Ideal home loans for your next ideal home loan. That means that when you get a loan from Ideal, it's custom tailored to you. The term, you pick whatever you want. You don't have to pick the 30 or the 30 or the 15. You can pick whatever you want. You still get the low rate. You can also talk about the amount of loan. Sometimes you want to take cash out, pay off high interest debt now, and then you want to pay off that other part of the mortgage quicker. Whatever you need, they will work with you. They also do credit optimization, which tweaks your credit to get you the best pricing, and it's legal. They also do the interest rate guarantee. If rates go down even further, they refinance you free of charge. Basically, they take all the risk out of loans and make the right loan for you. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000.
I love companies that just give you free money. Who wouldn't, right? Well, I'm going to tell you one right now. Matt's entire goal in life, and he owns Paragon Services, is to give you free money. And here's what I mean. If you've had any claim on your homeowner's insurance, or if you're dealing one with right now, or within the past 2 years you've had one, he can reopen it up and get you more money. Guess what he gets paid? 10%. If he gets you another $20,000, basically he gets $2,000. You get $18,000 for free. It's simple as that. Your homeowner's company screwed you if you had a claim. They probably should have paid out $50 and only give you $18. He comes in, he plays cleanup, gets you the rest of the money that you were due, and takes that small percentage. I can't put it any other way. He got me $70,000 when my insurance company didn't want to give me a nickel. 719-726-0020. I know you're thinking that's too good to be true, Mark. I am telling you, if you've had a homeowner's claim, you got screwed, and Matt can get you more money. 719-726-0020.
Homeowners, are you experiencing pipe leaks? Is your water bill unexpectedly high? Or are you suffering?
Should I use hell and screwed?
Okay, I don't know if this makes sense. So this is an interesting call with this water company. I emailed you guys the genesis of the news story from 5 or 6 years ago. Basically, a Colorado Springs water company had an employee embezzle $500,000 or something from a grant they had, and now it's not made the news, but apparently now the water company is holding the homeowners responsible and billing them to pay it back.
You mean like an assessment?
An assessment, yeah, a
shit.
monthly assessment.
What are they supposed
and this
to
is
do?
also what he said, that this makes no sense to me. He says the water company took loans out in the homeowners' names.
What?
That's what he says. But I don't know, I don't know what's drama,
Who's our employment attorney?
John Davis, 708-1842, 303-708-1842.
Is it Jon?
John, John Davis.
Do you know the name of his firm?
Davis Law Firm?
Okay.
Or the Davis Law Firm?
Is very affordable right now, thanks to interest rates that are still close to record lows. And when you work with American Financing, you don't benefit from custom loans. You actually get the full home buying experience because they partner with some of the top realtors in Colorado. So you can feel confident you're buying the right property at an affordable price with the best possible loan program. At American Financing, they are really in it for you. They're your one-stop shop when it comes to home buying.
I know I'm going to get suckered. I know it. Hello.
Put off that dream home any longer. Move up to
Yes, who's this?
Or buy a vacation home by calling 303
Oh, hey, man.
7000. That's
See, you got suckered.
695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
Cool. See if you can't get that to it comes off all the time, man. I think it's because of that hail-proof material.
Powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So
I think it's probably all gone. Hold on, let me look at my camera. Hold on.
Finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The state government option will give politicians greater control over your health care, threatening the coverage you already have and increasing costs. Tell politicians we cannot afford their state government option at coloradoshealthcarefuture.org.
It was a year and a half ago that Denver store manager Lisa first noticed something was wrong with her gums. They were always sore and just didn't feel right. Lisa made an appointment with a regular...
Dude, I don't see any snow. You're probably good, man. I don't see any. There might be a little on the one backside where the heat tape is because it doesn't get any sun, but the rest of it's perfect.
Lisa had heard about the so-called cut and stitch surgery for guys.
Cool, you'll get all those pine needles out. It'll look good, right? All right, later. Thanks, man. All right.
She called and set up a no-charge consultation.
Excel roofing.
But Dr. Spencer put AVs right
I have to do my gutters all the time, once a year. Dude, I get pine needles in those bad boys that stack up to the top.
The procedure itself was just as painless as she said it would be. Now my whole mouth feels great, and Dr. Spencer is my regular dentist.
Excel roofing. You know, they do a great price too, man. $299. If you got a ranch house, $199. You can't beat that.
This is Chris Collinsworth. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Former NFL defensive back Philip Adams was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound where he shot and killed 5 people in Rockville, South Carolina. Nikola Jokic scored 25 to go along with 10 assists and 9 boards to help the Nuggets pull away from the Spurs to get their 7th straight win. And Antonio Sensatella suffocated the Diamondbacks for 8 shutout innings, and right fielder Chris Owens goes 3 for 3 with 2 ribbies in a Rockies win. I'm J.D. Hafford.
Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS for a special offer.
Why did they do these sports things all at once? Why did they all become
630K?
Because it became legal. It was illegal. The only state that could have sports betting was Nevada, and that's because of a federal law. The federal law changed and said it's open to the states now, so that's why they popped up everywhere.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Water Pros, the ones who give you the
best for less. These are complete conditioning systems for under $2,000. You can get now service of any brand you have for $29.95. They'll come out and check your entire system for just $29.95 to let you know the condition it's in and if it needs anything or give you a clean bill of health. So no matter what, you know, a lot of these shysters, they sell these systems, but they don't want to service them. If you have any water conditioning or filtration system and you just want it looked at to see what condition it's in, maybe you just bought the house, $29.95. Waterpros.net will do that for you. Of course, they can install new systems, but they'll come out and check any system for $29.95. Just mention the special. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554. All right, so We have a number of problems we're talking about. Keith wants to weigh in on the footprint of electric vehicles versus regular good old gasoline vehicles. Go ahead, Keith.
Hi, Tom. Yeah, I'll try and find the article for you and forward it to you. But
Sure.
I read an article about 2 years ago that said if you charge an electric vehicle off of a coal-powered charging station or home or whatever, then you're driving a gas-powered vehicle that gets about 38 miles to a gallon equivalent. But that doesn't include the carbon footprint for the diesel and all that it takes to actually mine, all the elements to make the batteries and everything like that.
Right. After you throw in that production of the battery, all of a sudden it's really bad.
Well,
it's just fake. It's not even that it's bad. They just sell it like it's green, and it's damn well not green.
Well, Mark, to say it's not green may not be accurate either.
Than a gas-powered engine.
It might be more green than a gas-powered, which means it's greener. Again, anytime we hear this, even with some recycled things, now most recycled things are worth it, and they do take less energy to make a recycled item. But when it comes to cars, we've always heard that you got to generate electricity, you have to dispose of batteries, you have to manufacture batteries. That is going to have an impact on the environment. The question is, if everyone converted to electric, would the environment be better off or worse off? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ever.
How about the consumer? Because if everything was electric, there would be no subsidies anymore, of course, because you'd be forced to buy just that. I think the consumer would end up being screwed right now.
Well, cars aren't exactly cheap right now, Mark, and I think the more people that buy into a sector, the lower cost it will be. I mean, the law of economics would take over if you had. I don't think they would necessarily maintain a very elite price, or you would have lower price competitors. Right now, the electric cars are really. I mean, you got to really want one. You really got to want one. And they're more elite than anything. I mean, there are a few that aren't. There are a few that are big.
They got that Toyota. They got the little Leaf by Nissan. There's some out there that are under 30.
I think if more and more and more drove them, then you would have way lower prices like everything else. But I don't know how realistic that is. I mean, AOC says she wants to see our economy off oil in 10 to 20 years. That's ridiculous. I don't think that could ever happen because oil is way more than just energy.
How do you think they're going to handle this just in the U.S.? I was reading about NIO, which is an electric car company in China. Their new, I think it's the E6. It's fully autonomous, fully. It does everything. It'll drop you off, go park, bring you home, bring you wherever the hell you want. What are they going to do with Uber drivers, all these Lyft drivers? I mean, what are all these people going to do once they're not needed?
Who knows?
I'd just buy a fleet, and I'd have them go do my own Uber for me.
I mean, Mark, if you think about it, Uber and Lyft that weren't even around.
Well, they would. Here's the key: they wouldn't need drivers anymore. They would just need fleets of cars.
Right, because fleets. Do you really think cars will ever be that automatic?
They already are. It's just
like the kit car where you get dropped off by your car and your car goes parks.
Yeah, that E6 now. They just don't fully turn them on yet.
Right now, but they could drop you off and go park.
That E6 can right now.
Where's it going to park?
Wherever you tell it to go park.
Jeez, it's scary. Tim. What's going on? This sounds like a crazy problem. Do I have you, Tim? Well, I wish I did.
Yep, I'm here.
Good.
Let's
talk about the problem. This sounds crazy to me and almost impossible to believe. Go ahead.
It is absurd.
Tell me what happened. Tell everyone what happened from the beginning, okay? You live in a home, and there is a private water company, or it's right? Is it a private water company or not?
Yes. It was called Cascade Metropolitan Water District.
Okay, and these are usually, and just so people know, they can be private, but they're quasi-governmental only in the fact that they allow you to assess the people who live in the district to support it. Is that how it works?
I believe so, yes.
And it's called Cascade Metro?
Well, yeah, Cascade Metro Water District, Metropolitan.
Okay, now, here's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know that they still actually exist. because they've turned over operations to Colorado Springs Utilities. But there is a quote-unquote management company that's managing the debt that they signed us up for, and that's Schooler Associates, I believe the name is. I don't have.
Well, tell me what the problem is with this Cascade Metro Water District.
Okay, so we built in Cascade in 2008. Everything was hunky-dory. Water was great. And a few years later, we found out that the schmuck that was managing the water district embezzled like $1 million, I think the number was. He was convicted for it and sent away. And we, the residents, the 350 or so homes in the water district, got stuck with that bill.
So you guys were assessed for this?
Yes.
You were actually, okay. And again, that is a weird situation, but who else is going to pay for it, right? I mean, the criminal should pay for it, but what did he do with the money? Why didn't they get reimbursement or something, or seize assets?
No idea. No idea.
So is this guy still in jail?
I don't know. Like you said, it was at the time it was like, all right, well, we got stuck with this. Let's put our heads down and march forward.
Tim, were they actually assessed? Were you guys each assessed?
It was the payoff or payback for the loan that they had to take out to cover this was included in our monthly statement. I have all my old statements. I could go back and see if it's called an assessment or whatever it was.
Okay, but no matter what,
we were paying.
No matter what, you guys had to pay for it. I get it. So what it amounted to is about $3,000 per house. So what happened? So what is the issue? Let's talk about that coming up. I'm Tom Martino.
This is
all right. Simply Floors, Mile High State in about a minute.
And Capless in the afternoon, 6:30 KHOW Denver.
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by Westera Credit Union. From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, off-highway, lots of street closures in the Boulder area due to police activity. Spruce is shut down between 9th and 15th.
Do you hate electrical
Over Canyon
vehicles? Do you like them?
15th
What's that? Do you like electrical? Do you like the Tesla?
Do you mean the looks of it or the concept?
Just the whole thing.
Yeah. You're fast as snot.
Would you feel a little insecure owning one now?
Police are investigating that earlier crash.
Like fuel-wise, distance-wise, going out and getting stuff, trips.
I was looking, I might buy that Hummer.
61. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, 19
so I don't know.
6:30 KHOW.
Minutes of 20.
Union.
10 seconds, Simply Floors, and Mile High State.
It's a 1,000 horsepower toy. I mean, it's not
a better offer. And
you're not going to drive it that far. Only goes 350 miles.
At Westera.com/
You can't really tow much with it, but it's cool.
MileHighEstatePlanning.com. Go to that website. You'll find out a lot about estate planning, including how Blake Harris works. You can find out about wills, trusts, beneficiaries' deeds, and let's say payable on death accounts, or whatever you need. Here's the deal. So many people try to do things on their own, and they end up screwing it up. In fact, you can hurt your estate. You can encumber it with needless taxes if you don't do it the right way. And the right way is just a phone call away with Blake Harris. You can ask questions free of charge. When you get down to doing things, he'll charge you with a flat rate on what he does for you. MileHighEstatePlanning.com. 833-ASK-BLAKE. It's 833-ASK-BLAKE. MileHighEstatePlanning.com. Simply Floors is SimplyFloorsInc.com. If you're looking at floors, then think SimplyFloorsInc.com. No matter what floor covering, you can get it cheaper and have it installed better and have it warranted by people who care at SimplyFloorsInc.com. That's where you make your own appointment. There's no reason to make an appointment with these big box stores that don't know you and don't care about you. Go to a company I know and trust, you will too, plus save money. SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Discover one of the CIA's illicit Cold War initiatives on the iHeartRadio original podcast, Operation Midnight Climax, an undercover brothel dosing unwit Americans with LSD, a mind control experiment gone horribly wrong. Back in the
Tony, I don't know if you could do this. I have this other caller. He's on a half-hour lunch break. I don't know if you could go to him and then go back to the water company one. His roof insurance denied the claim because they're saying the damage was too old. But he had a couple of people look at it. They said it's fine, it's fine. Then the third guy says no, it's not fine. And then insurance says no. Do you want me to get Compass for that, or
no?
Matt Paragon with Paragon, or just
we probably should, but Matt's not be able to say anything except we'll look at it. And here's the deal, though. Compass might be a good idea. Yeah, Compass might be a good idea.
All right.
From control tablets located conveniently in your home or from your smartphone, so you can do it all while you're traveling. Electronic integration will help you design a smart home that's even better than you've imagined. And if you're a builder or remodeler, how about the advantage you get over your competitors when bidding a job by partnering with electronic integration so you can offer a superior build or remodel? Electronic integration is the builder's secret weapon. So whether you're the homeowner or the builder or contractor, get your smart home on with my friends at Electronic Integration. The website, eiexperts.com. That's eiexperts.com. Or give them a call, 303-761-7277.
Are you curious when you should take Social Security? This is Kurt Cambier. Visit my website now for your free Social Security analysis at kurtcambier.com. That's Kurt with a K, CAMBIER.com. Kurt with a K, Cambier.com. Securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Inc., a broker-dealer, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisor representative, Cambridge Investment Research Advisors Inc., a registered investment.
And did you guys see they're investigating a bomb threat at Pearl Street Mall in Boulder? They've evacuated the area and everything.
What is going on? I'm going to sell the house, buy a bigger RV, tank it so it's bulletproof, and never leave it. We'll call it done. How's that?
Unlike those nameless, faceless, instant offer companies, Master Real Estate wants you to keep your equity. Visit Fast Sale Guarantee. Call 303-900-8570.
Ever put together a piece of furniture using just that one tiny tool that came in the box? Imagine the frustration of getting to retirement and realizing you don't have the tools you need for things like income, tax strategies, or long-term care. Listen to Mile High Retirement, Saturday at 8 on 630 K-High.
Another AT&T one. Unbelievable. I'm going to try to get them on. Same thing. Same shit I'm suing them for. I'm telling you, they're doing this shit on purpose.
Do they think people will just go away?
I bet 1 out of 100 do. Or 1 out of 100 don't. How's that? They're playing the fucking odds.
Personal info needed to steal your identity. That's why LifeLock helps protect, monitor, and restore your identity. You can monitor all transactions at all businesses, but you can save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com.
You know, they're a dying fucking dinosaur, man.
Now number 1 for podcasting.
630 K-How, an iHeart radio station.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. I know we're talking about a water company that assessed or charged people for theft, for embezzlement, when one of their people walked away with money. And I'm going to come right back to it. But as a favor, this guy, Bob, is at work and only has a little time. I'm going to take him really quickly and go right back to the water thing. Bob?
Yes, sir.
What's going on with your roof?
Well, about 3 years ago, we developed a leak in our roof, and it would come through the roof and through the kitchen ceiling and puddle on the kitchen floor. I filed a claim with our shelter insurance agent.
Why did you file a claim? Why did you file a claim?
Well, I figured there was a leak in the roof, and I'd get some sort of help getting it repaired.
Okay, just so you know, and for people listening, there's no insurance coverage for leaks, but keep going. Okay.
Anyway, I filed the claim for that. They came out and inspected it and said, no, we can't find a leak anywhere. Sorry.
But here's the funny part, Bob. I got to say something, because we talk about, even if they found the leak, it's not covered by insurance, just so you know. So I just don't want you wasting a lot of time on something that is absolutely, positively not covered. Now, what is covered is a leak as a result of a hailstorm, and then immediately after, it's leaking because it pelted the hell out of your flashing or your caulking. But a roof leak over time is not covered. Now, if you had a broken pipe, that would be covered if the broken pipe was done, and you then discovered a leak. The reason I'm emphasizing this is so many people are confused between insurance and warranty or guarantees. So keep going. So they couldn't find a leak. It wouldn't matter if they did, but they couldn't find it. Then what? You should have called a roofer, by the way, to find the leak. But what happened then?
Well, I did call a roofer at one point, and he came out. He could not find any leaks either.
Ah, okay.
And what happened is the roofer said, let me help you. I'll be here when the inspector comes, and we can both look at this, and I'll get you a new roof. Well, the inspector came unscheduled.
Who said they're going to get
we
you?
Were out of town.
Who said they're going to get you a new roof?
The roofer. The roofer did.
Under what claim?
He was saying that he'd be able to talk the inspector into getting it done.
Listen, is anyone, let's just talk about, forget the leak. Is anyone talking about roof damage, which is the only thing covered by insurance, roof damage as a result of a casualty event?
Or if he had like a water line or something up in the...
That broke.
Yeah.
Not that wore out.
Yeah,
that broke.
Correct.
So, did your roofer happen to say he saw roof damage?
The only damage he was not really specific about damage. He was saying, it looks like there's been some sort of hail or rain or wind damage on the shingles. And he did notice in one spot of the roof where the sheathing had rotted and was very soft.
Covered. Not covered. Okay, how old is your house, Bob? How old is your house?
The house is about 60 years old. The roof on it is maybe 15.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Maybe the roof wasn't installed properly. Maybe the roof was damaged at some time and no one put in a claim. Did you ever have a roof claim?
Yes, that's why the current one's only about 15 years old. We did have hail damage and got it replaced.
All right, 15 years ago, roof replaced. Okay, so where do we stand right now? You said this was 3 years ago. What are we talking about now?
Well, the heavy snow we had in mid-March, it accumulated on the roof, and we put the bucket under there like the Beverly Hillbillies, and the next day I filed another claim for...
But there is no claim. Because... Okay, so the snow came, and you had leaks. And Did the weight of snow break something or cause the leak?
If it did, I never saw it.
Okay, let's get right to it. Because here, Bob, I know you have limited time. Brian, I think this happens all the time with people with older roofs. Well, this is only a 15-year roof. He said 3 years ago they discovered a leak. They called Shelter. Shelter says we can't see a leak. And even if they did, it wouldn't have mattered. Leaks aren't covered. People think leaks are covered. They're not covered.
Well, just to clarify on that, Tom.
Hold on.
The insulation is dead. The leak is coming through a light fixture in the kitchen. They said they'd pay us for that.
Yes, we said that. They will
out of mind.
That's right. They will pay you for the damage
because it didn't happen suddenly.
Yeah, this roof is probably old and wasn't installed properly and has a bunch of problems which are not covered by insurance. The only time snow would cause that if the weight of snow broke something or it had a hailstorm or a windstorm. But, Bob, you're not going to be able to tie these roof problems to an event. So the damage is going to be covered, but not the roof. Does that make sense?
Unfortunately, yes, it does.
But what were you going to say, Mark?
Have your neighbors or anybody right around you in the
good
past
idea.
2 years had any hail, and did they get new roofs?
No.
Doggone it.
We had a neighbor across the street get a new roof, but we have not had any.
What did the neighbor get a new roof for? What did the new neighbor get? The new neighbor get a new roof for?
I did not ask.
Probably just replace. Brian, it doesn't sound like an insurance claim, does it?
It doesn't, and unfortunately, guessing what will happen if it's shelter, I think I heard you say they'll pay the damage for all this water. There's going to be a limit to mold because all policies have a limitation there. But what they could say when this is done is, we're not going to renew this policy until you replace that roof, because they don't want to keep paying these claims over and over again.
Yeah, it's unfortunate but true.
Tell that guy to call back. Yeah, you can tell him off the air. And if there's an event, maybe Matt
This report is sponsored by
They're going to make them come up with they make them come up with meteorological records. Did you know that? They pulled, Matt pulls.
Back up to speed on that stretch.
Tell them Matt will pull records like meteorological records.
Street closed between Canyon and Spruce. 15th closed between.
Plus, he's got a lot of water. The shit they are covering, they'll still try to screw them on that. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Avoid that area around the Pearl Street Mall.
That's true.
No estimated time when those roadways will reopen. Fox 31 pinpoint weather to be sunny and breezy with a high of 71 today.
What do you think we would do if China moves in on Taiwan?
61. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner.
You think the Biden admin would do a damn thing or no? You going first?
Bridge loan. Use your home equity. Lots of better offer. And
I don't know.
win the bidding war. More info can be found.
I mean, they should do something like they would with any sovereign nation being in thing. Guaranteed investment returns. That's a pretty tricky thing to talk about, but you can talk about it when it's true. Become the Bank has guaranteed returns. It's an investment strategy where you overfund life insurance. The government lets you accrue that money tax-free. Now, they call it tax-deferred, but there is a way to make it tax-free, and that's what you learn in these webinars, becomethebanker.org. Find out more, becomethebanker.org, and just listen. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain if you do this, like a guaranteed 4% return and a 1% dividend. Becomethebanker.org.
All right, so check it out. I just get this email. It's from a guy named Mark. I'll say his last name is just G. Mark G. He actually writes me, "Hi, Mark. I'm needing a new water heater installed." So guess what? I told him Master Rooter. He got some other bids. He ended up going with Master Rooter, and here's exactly how much he saved. $800 on a new water heater. So I really should have asked him, how much did you spend altogether? But in this circumstance, I didn't. The bottom line is he saved $800 compared to the competition. The owner, Tony, is a great guy. He basically has this philosophy. He wants to come out, do whatever you need done plumbing-wise, do it with the best service, the best pricing, so he earns your business forever. Master Rooter Plumbing. Just go to the referral list and check them out, or you can go to their website, which is a little different, but it's masterrooter.plumbing. Masterrooter.plumbing.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Say hello to simple you can savor.
They were,
nicotine lozenges are smoke-free and hassle-free and made to enjoy virtually anywhere. Why?
I had him get 4 quotes. He literally just emailed me that. I wasn't bullshitting.
Who's that, Mark?
This guy, Mark. He just emailed me. So I gave him 4 people to get quotes for in a water heater.
Restricted to age 21 plus nicotine
And
nicotine products under its sale.
Master Rooter was $800 less.
The next ideal home loan with credit optimization in order
I gave him
better rates. They also have
the 2 you know very well,
you may not want to go back to
and the 2 I know very well.
Let them fucking live or die by their estimates.
Yeah, they had 4. You know, the nice part.
Live or die.
They each got a call. They each got a call on it.
And if a guy has to decide between $8,000 and 60, then he has to decide.
For terms and conditions, call 844-45.
Oh my God, he killed 5 and then himself.
Yeah, who was it? What's the guy's name? Why do they just keep going ex-NFL guy? Are they saying he had that head injury where you go fucking nutty like a boxer or something?
Hospital to get those benefits.
They say ex-NFL probably because he's ex-NFL.
Of your home or office.
Yeah, but they say it, I mean, I guess they kind of say it like,
720-987.
Just because it's more popular to say that than just some guy goes berserk. And the reason they
Tony Smith goes berserk.
And probably they don't give his name because he wasn't like, Walter Payton or, or whatever. It's not Walter Payton, I'm sorry.
Where did he kill him anyhow?
Peyton Manning, huh?
Where did they kill him? Or where did he kill them? Do you know anything about it?
I thought it had a map of Texas, didn't it?
I don't know. I mean, was it like family members, girlfriends, random? I mean, I have no idea.
Mark, I've been like fucking following this bullshit.
Over 17% APR. But with Lightstream, you can get a fixed rate as low as 5.95% APR with AutoPay.
Now I can pay off my high-interest credit cards and save money with much lower rates.
Let's see.
Thanks, Lightstream.
Want an even lower interest rate? Apply today at
South Carolina.
/news and get an additional interest rate discount. That's Lightstream.
Oh my God. 5 people, including 2 children.
Lightstream.com/news.
Subject credit approval may include 0.5% auto pay discount. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/news for more information.
Philip Adams, a former NFL player.
Essential to the success of any business.
A officer said a doctor, his wife, 2 grandchildren were found dead inside the home.
Includes scheduled deliveries of
Another man was found dead outside the home.
Clean uniforms and on-site sanitizer and disinfectant services to help eliminate germs. Learn what the Cintas Total Clean program can do for you.
Oh my God.
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
We need to forklift over here.
Indeed, those unexpected growths can stretch your business thin.
Those molds need to be adjusted. The shippers are coming at noon, so we gotta get this done.
Like at Dennis's plastic startup. To stay flexible, you need to get started hiring right away.
Jesus, that's insane, man.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
The Good Assassins Hunting to Butcher podcast is part spy thriller, part detective story. Best-selling author.
Remember the Patriots player that he was like a gang guy too, then he offed himself in prison after he got busted. He was a big-time player too, man. He had a career ahead of him and money ahead of him and contracts ahead of him and deals ahead of him that are mind-blowing. And he was like a fucking gangster running around.
I know.
He couldn't make that kind of money being one of the best gangsters in the world. I mean, it's fucking unbelievable.
No, I know.
What was his damn name?
So we'll talk about springtime watering, Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. and around.
And then remember Michael Vick, that fucking Looney Tunes? He was doing great, and he's got to do dog fighting on the weekends. I mean, what's he thinking?
Is that the most stupid fucking thing you've ever heard?
It's unbelievable.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK.
713-8255. Now, coming up a little later, I'm going to ask Nick to do us a special. If he's off, but I'm going to ask him to come back and give us a special, if he will, on RenewHomeInnovations.com. And if he does, it doesn't matter. His regular prices are great anyway. RenewHomeInnovations.com. You heard Nick on the show earlier talking about his extraordinary showers in a day, the next day, and we're talking about beautiful American Standard showers. That's RenewHomeInnovations.com. So let's go back to Tim and this company, this water company. Now, Tim, make a long story short, $3 million embezzled, or $1 million, I'm sorry, $1 million embezzled, 350 homeowners are surcharged to help pay it back. Where do we stand? What's the problem now? I mean, that's a big enough problem. It's a pain in the ass. You could say it was negligent on management and all that. They should have never hired the guy. They weren't looking. I don't know if they had insurance to cover this, but in any case, it's par for the course.
Tom, here's my real gripe.
Okay.
They stuck it to us on this embezzlement to have to pay that back. And at the time, I was like, well, it sucks to be us. We're going to have to pay this back.
Right.
So fast forward a couple of years, I find out that they had applied for a grant from either the county or the state and had the embezzlement charges paid off. And then they go out and get a loan connected to a bond somehow. I don't know how that works, but they got a loan/bond.
to do repairs to the infrastructure between Colorado, where we would connect to Colorado Springs utilities, water. They had to do a bunch of repairs between there and Cascade so that they could turn the water delivery service over to Colorado Springs. They took out a loan on behalf of all their customers,
right,
to pay for these repairs, and we have to pay it back.
Now,
and that ain't right.
Here's what I want to know. The grants that you said they got, you show they can, on their paperwork, which you have access to, it's public, you can see where they line itemed the embezzlement that they paid back with this grant?
That's what I was told by the person who is managing the paperwork up there now.
Well, you better go see it, because, listen, there's no way they can be paid twice. If these a-holes, they assessed every single homeowner, plus got grant money to pay it off, I mean, that's just wrong. So what I want to know is, how do you know you were assessed? Did your payment go up for a number of years? Or how long did your payment go up?
It's still up. We're still paying what we're paying for now. See, this is what I complained about with these people, that we have to pay for this embezzlement. And they said, oh, no, that's taken care of with this grant. We went and got a loan on behalf of the customers of the district to pay for these water system infrastructure upgrades.
Well, okay,
so
and now listen, hold on, because that's not totally improper depending on how they did it structurally. Hold on, and we'll talk about that and more.
One of the best parts of my job is getting to work with so many heroes, so many great people fighting hard to overcome a major injury wrongfully inflicted on them. It's a privilege to help these courageous men and women rise up to demand and receive full compensation and to live their best lives. We are a serious firm for serious cases, and we take righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. Reach me at 303-770-5551 or hit DanCaplisLaw.com. That's DanCaplisLaw.com.
If you drive, then you need Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Some months I make $200 to $300 with the Get Upside app. Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code CASHBACK for a 25-cent a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon back on your next fill-up. Cash out at any time. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code CASHBACK for up to 50 cents per gallon back. Promo code CASHBACK.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeartRadio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. Number 1 for music, radio, and podcasts. All in one.
ABC News, I'm Kaylee Martin. In Minneapolis, jurors hearing more testimony in former police officer Derek Chauvin's murder trial. Prosecution witness and expert pulmonologist Dr. Martin Tobin testifying that Chauvin's knee on Floyd's neck, along with other officers holding Floyd down, prevented him from breathing.
Shallow breaths that weren't able to carry the air through his lungs down to the essential areas of the lungs that get oxygen into the blood and get rid of the carbon dioxide.
President Biden announcing executive actions to help curb gun violence.
This is an epidemic, for God's sake. And it has to stop.
The limited steps include restrictions on guns.
You just don't like the guy.
I fucking can't stand him. He's great. I know you like him. No. You are the biggest closeted woke liberal I've ever met.
This is ABC News.
Oh my God, the closeted woke liberal.
Claims for jobless benefits last week.
How do you know?
I know.
Another California city will try a universal income for lower-income residents.
Mirroring a similar project in Stockton this fall in San Diego, some low-income families will begin getting a guaranteed income of $500 a month, no strings attached. Aaron Hogeboom is the head of a nonprofit running the Guaranteed Income Project.
Guaranteed income. Do you hear that? Guaranteed income.
In a national city that were disproportionately impacted by not only COVID, but also the
guaranteed income. Oh,
A
God.
hand out, not a hand up, but in Stockton, those getting the money saw employment increase. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Despite a global pandemic, one entrepreneur is launching a new airline. Former Allegiant Airlines president Andrew Levy now heads a California-based low-cost carrier with plans to open service to 11 Western airports.
And proud of it.
Martin, ABC News.
Mark is jealous that he's not as woke as I am.
I'm getting there, man.
That's why over 1 million companies rely on Cintas. We'll help you protect employees and customers with essential safety supplies.
Yeah. The funny part is I get up earlier
than devices. Hygienically laundering your uniforms
most of the time.
Well stocked with the leading hand sanitizers and disinfecting wipes. Learn how Cintas can help you open your doors with confidence. Oh, already! Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper pet kit, and it is amazing.
It's amazing how this fucking internet just decides when it wants to go and when it wants to
close. And that was from just one swipe.
Just so
and the best
fucking
part,
random.
Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum. Easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shed. Swiffer Sweeper pet kit, because shed happens.
Hey, how use time? 1:08.
Hey, can you say if a guy is
King Superstore has been located?
If
the Boulder Police Department.
Come on, you stupid fuck! I'm just getting out of RTSN. I gotta go. I have to go to iHeartGuest. There's just no way I can.
If the guy's last name is fuck.
It's fuck.
Yeah, like P-H-U-K, fuck, like a legitimate last name, pronounced fuck.
Yeah.
Can you say that on the news?
No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I'm just saying I don't think you can. I don't know. But
I don't know either.
COVID numbers stay low. That'll increase pretty quickly over the course of the summer.
Electronic Jam Band Lotus kicks things off April 22nd with 4 shows.
Mine's working fine, so maybe you are having an
issue. As all 3 different teams were in action. Nuggets
maybe it's that cheap-ass laptop.
Last night the Rockets shut out Arizona at Coors Field, but the Avs fell to Minnesota 8-3. That's the latest. I'm Chuck Clark. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center in Boulder.
Matt from Paragon went back and listened to the roof leak call, Tom. That's what he said.
The perimeter of those closures
okay, I'm on my lunch break. Just went back on YouTube to listen to that segment. I bet you $20 I get that guy a new roof.
Good. I want to know what event he ties
come on and say that, would you?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, except that I don't want other people thinking they can
pull a fast one?
No, it's not pulling a fast one. He'll do it right if he
No,
does
I mean, you don't want people thinking, or you don't want people trying to pull a fast one.
I don't know what he's gonna obviously get the data and tie it. Well, we can ask him how he's gonna do it. If he wants to come on and talk about it, let's do it. I mean, why not?
Yeah, tell him, because he's staging that like he's run into this numerous times.
Right. He's probably.
Let's see what he's thinking.
With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Liz Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-86.
Racquetball! Dan's going to get his freaking ass handed to him again. Last time he won the fake warm-up game that I kicked his ass the rest of them.
Sheridan Autotech. What's inside about it? He treats you like family. Yeah, Uncle Kevin Calkin, owner of Sheridan Autotech.
Uncle Dan.
A niece or a nephew.
Yeah, where do you think this guy's going? Hey, speaking of water districts,
he's not only honest,
they don't have anything to do with the PUC, do they?
And experience to back it up. In Lakewood, Colfax,
like if they do an assessment or up prices or anything,
I don't know.
Do they have to go through the PUC?
I don't think so, but
you might be surprised.
No, I don't.
You would think someone would have to give them the wink or something.
Yeah, man.
We should do our own district somewhere. Just do it.
This is
like Bell Mountain. You ever heard of Bell Mountain in Castle Rock?
Of course.
They got a water district. Their taxes are like 50% higher than across the street at Keene Ranch.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. This hour brought to you by the Harris Law Firm, harrisfamilylaw.com. Divorce is a trying time.
They will do something that I think is ingenious. It's called an early neutral assessment, where you go in or talk to them, and they do a virtual walkthrough of the entire divorce and what it will mean to you. You don't even have to file. You don't have to hire them for the full divorce. You can say, I just want an early neutral assessment to find out what it's going to look like. You may want to wait.
What does that mean?
An early neutral assessment is a virtual walkthrough of the entire divorce. Like, okay, well, Mr. Major, you're going to have to, this money is going to go away. This money's going to be here. The house will probably be sold, or you're going to have to pay this much to keep it, or this much she's going to have to pay.
So the whole financial picture.
Not just financial, and the kids, and what does the retirement picture. It's truly what they do is take their vast experience and apply it to your situation. Some people have had early neutral assessments and decided not to get divorced. Now, of course, you don't tell your other party you're doing it. I mean, if you want to keep peace, it's just you want to know about it. There's nothing wrong with it. And it's harrisfamilylaw.com if you want to talk to them. harrisfamilylaw.com, 303-622-3716. Of course, they're available for any services you want to hire them for. They do unbundled services as well, which means you can hire them for whatever, for the whole thing or for whatever part you need help with. Now, let's talk about this water company. This is crazy. Tim said that the water company is actually charging them for embezzlement and now charging them to be taken over by another system. Now, I will tell you this. The embezzlement charges, if truly they were embezzled at no fault of their own and there's no insurance to cover it, you know, they should try to go after the wrongdoer to get the money, the embezzler. But if they can't, it would be logical to bill all the participants, the members of the water district. It's like any expense. I mean, if a drunk driver ran into the water treatment plant, they would try to collect any way they could, but ultimately all of the members of the district pay for whatever damages there are. Here's the thing. What Tim says that rubs me the wrong way, he said they charged the homeowners for this $1 million loss, but then went out and got a grant to cover the $1 million loss. So which is it? It's either one way or the other. Before we even talk about the other, I want to know about that issue. Did they double charge? Did they make an extra $1 million? And by the way, even if they did, you should know something, Tim. Well, every member of that district owns the district, which means if there was an extra $1 million in the coffers, then it would be shared by everyone anyway. Go ahead.
The former board member, her name was Donna Inzer. She pleaded guilty in 2008, and it looks like she did agree to pay back the $500,000 that she stole. The article looks like she did pay it back.
But it says 500. Why? Tim is saying $1 million.
No, it's 500.
Tim, why are you saying $1 million? It's 500,000 according to this.
Yeah, that was off of memory. I can't confirm the numbers.
Okay, so let's say
I may be confusing that.
Let's say it's 500.
The loan they took out in our name to pay for
Tim,
the infrastructure upgrade.
One thing at a time. Let's say 500,000 was taken. If she paid it back, now they're being paid 3 times according to you. But I don't know how useful your information is because, I mean, really, it's not so dependable when you go from $1 million to 500,000 in a sentence. But right now, let's just say 500,000. Apparently, Mark says it was paid back. And if it was paid back, now we have the homeowners were assessed. She was assessed. Plus, they took out a grant to pay it off. Are you...
Well, hold on, because that's even... just let me read this paragraph. A former board member is accused of embezzling close to $500,000 from a grant used to pay Colorado Springs Utility. Donna pled guilty in 2008 to felony theft and agreed to pay restitution.
Okay, Tim, now we know what your story is. Man, it almost resembled the truth. Here it is. That grant you're talking about was the one she embezzled, okay? So there's not an additional grant, okay? That grant was the money she embezzled, which she paid back. Now you're at ground zero. The homeowners were assessed the $500,000 to pay back the grant money that was stolen, Okay? Now you tell me there is more money taken out in the name of the members to get the infrastructure ready for being taken over.
Can I throw in another wrinkle?
Go ahead.
This happened in 2014.
Okay.
So this happened 70 years ago, and the Cascade people that own homes or businesses there were supposed to pay an extra $25 a month, and it doesn't say for how long.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. That's all good research, by the way, for